they labor in vain that build it. Except the Lord keep the city, the watchman watch it, but in vain. Thank you, it's just another day. See that. It's just another day. Oh, thank you, Jamie. Wake up this morning, roll out the earth before me start yawning. Turn round, bust a kiss by me darling. Tell her, say, honey, me a touching at the street. In the street, me see poor people balling. Enough juvenile devil yam from money. Where the black woman future me oxen. Where the system a do fishy. No, big up the girl, them we fight it alone. And a race 2, 3, picnic on them one. Where the man, they no man, no they home. Babylon have them in a jail. Big up the juvenile, them in a the street. Where you say them have to make it and not touch the chrome. Them no one we fi claim our own. But Africa now found no hole in a road. Get the youth, we go on and on. Babylon, where we go. Hungry from morning till night come. Them want we live our lives so. Them I wonder if the youth them a go stop. No. I wonder if the ghetto a go drop. No. Them I wonder if we catching out the trap. No. I wonder if Jah turn him back. No. Thank you, Jamie, wake up this morning. Turn up and smile out when we see it storming. Me vision say better days coming. Every day that me a pray. Me no see no job, now no free education, but them did promise. None of them never give with nothing. It's like ghetto youth lost to the system. Every day that me a free. No, big up the girl, them we fight it alone. And a race 2, 3, picnic on them one. Where the man, they no man, no they home. Babylon have them in a jail. Big up the juvenile, them in a the street. Where you say them have to make it and not touch the chrome. Them no one we fi claim our own. But Africa now found no hole in a road. Get the youth, we go on and on. Babylon, where we go. Hungry from morning till night come. Them want we fi live our lives so. Them I wonder if the youth them a go stop. No. I wonder if the ghetto a go drop. No. Them I wonder if we catching out the trap. No. I wonder if Jah turn him back. No. Thank you, Jamie, wake up this morning. Roll out the earth before me start yawning. Turn round, bust a kiss for me darling. Tell her, say, honey, me a touch on the street. In the street, me see poor people balling. Enough juvenile devil yam from morning. Where the black woman future me oxen. Where the system a do fishy. No, big up the girl, them we fight it alone. And a race 2, 3, picnic on them one. Where the man, they no man, no they home. Babylon have them in a jail. Big up the juvenile, them in a the street. Where you say them have to make it and not touch the chrome. Them no one we fi claim our own. But Africa now found no hole in a road. Get the youth, we go on and on. Babylon, where we go. Hungry from morning till night come. Them want we fi live our lives so. Them I wonder if the youth them a go stop. No. I wonder if the ghetto a go drop. No. Them I wonder if we catching out the trap. No. I wonder if Jah turn him back. No. Thank you, Jamie, wake up this morning. Turn up and smile all when we see it.
Big up yourself, man. This is your boy Jedi for Jedi Online, True Illuminati Live, Red Pill, True Illuminati Clips. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when we go live, and please love your like, you know, like, yeah.
Except the love.
Come on.
Mama, I love your mommy and I love your show.
Yeah, yeah.
Mama, if we live life over, me wouldn't change my mother. No, sir. Love you forever,
Poor
Heartley in this world, yeah.
What the hell do you mean, poor Hartlepool? Oh my god. Yeah, hit the like button, family. Hit the like button. Whoever you are, put the number of your like in the chat. And yeah, man, I'm gonna put the link out there. Let's have a convo.
My place, your loving where you give can never be replaced. Lady in my life, every time I see your face. Missy love, missy love, missy love, missy love, oh yeah. Tell the boys and the girls, me love my mother, you feel love yours. Me try nouns, pronouns and the verbs, but this a love can't measure with words. The race up I'ma come first, shawty you come next, son of a curse. Money never feel. TJ, can I give them a word of advice? Don't bad mind and don't envy when we say work hard and you will make it. Life is what you make it. Also for your money, me dogs, me lady. Tell it to the elder, tell it to the baby. That I don't love nobody, we lazy. My mama said nothing in life not easy. So also for your money, me dogs, me lady. Tell it to the elder, tell it to the baby. That I don't love nobody, we lazy. Me say you know work for my own. Dogs on the side with the shovel. Put on the hustle with your muscle. Work for my own. Tell them don't count where you hustle. They do the falls here like nothing. Work for my own. One door close, one open. Remember if you can make a bubble. Stay in a school, you don't make nobody tell you nothing. Don't make nobody tell you nothing. No. Get how you can't hear me. Every gangster fi make money daily. But me nah make no fish come straight me. I mean nah make no politician pay me. Little from this of them say wanna free me. To either the prison or the man come clear me. Me no want get left me youth. Me want set it like how Patrick set it for Jamie. Cause me know life is what to make it. Also for your money, me dogs, me lady. Tell it to the elder, tell it to the baby. Cause I don't love nobody, we lazy. My mama said nothing in life not easy. So also for your money, me dogs, me lady. Tell it to the elder, tell it to the baby. That I don't love nobody, we lazy. If you get to you, feel of a Benz with the leather interior, no plastic seat. Cash last week and cash this week. Money for your flow like catching street. In a part of the Bible, the doctrine sweet. The part will tell me, say, bless it, this the make. The inner earth and no hide the street. Are the humblest man of the nicest street. Me learn to keep me cool. When me want catch wise, me play the fool. It no matter which party you run things. Anani and Michael man the rule. So juvenile, where you are cause of calm down your little self and go on a school. The world no level, so says the new. Me no born with nothing, me use the tool. But I judge me can. Life is what you make it. For your money, me dogs, me lady. Tell it to the elder, tell it to the baby. That I don't love nobody, we lazy. My mama said nothing in life not easy.
All right, man.
Plead my cause,
We're warming up.
with them that strive with me. Fight against them that fight against me. Take hold of shield and buckler and stand up for mine hell.
Let me out. Let me out. Them politics. Let me out. Let me out. Them politics. Let me out. Them politics. Give me support, we make the journey my yard. Did not see no jaguar or fight a cherry card. Did not see no jaguar or fight up a jar. Politicians see but them a go like them now look. Expand the head and the bell me just now put and them look here. I can't believe it. Government want to move me. My son refugee in my own country. But a long time me live here so can't go no way. Them really take poor people to fool. Them really take poor people to fool. Oh, in this Babylon, but where you get that system you're from? Boy, the ones that don't poor people and John no seminar vote again, no sir. Cause the MP don't give a damn. But where you get that system you're from? Don't say me live on Scotland. Joe, me don't rich like Matalan, no sir. Me a born Jamaican. Me have nowhere to go. Me born and me grow ya sucking at the ghetto. Bigger heads, make you a fly now.
All right, last one. We in. Come on.
Oh well, whoa, ah yeah, ah yeah, whoa. Some of them just a preach love. Deep in their heart they don't know what is love. Some of them just a preach love, but deep in their heart they don't know what is love. Them just a fight, whoa. Them just a fight, whoa. And that no right, no. And that no right, no. If they see their brothers make one move in life, if they see their sisters make one move in life, then there's a fight, whoa. And that no right, no. Then there's a fight, whoa. and that's not right. No, oh no, no, oh no, no, oh no, no, oh no, no. Some of them just a preach love, but deep in their heart they don't know what is love. Some of them just a preach love, but deep in their heart they don't know what is love. They just a fight. Whoa, them just a fight. Yes,
I'm on
and that's not right.
Already know,
No, and that's not right.
I did that, family. One.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
action
I
pack.
know.
I hit that link, jump on.
I know.
One more round. Yo, family, make sure you hit that link, jump on. Don't forget to slap that PayPal, man. Show a little love. Man's been smashing it last couple of days, man. Show some appreciation. Big up your chest each and every time.
If they see their brothers,
Say what?
make one step to further the progress in life. Boy, then there's a fight. Yes. If they see their sisters,
Do what?
make one step to further the progress in life. Boy, then there's a fight. Yes. And that's not right. No, then there's a fight. Yes.
And that's not
Some
right.
of them just a preach love. Deep in their heart, they don't know what is
I
love.
don't like us,
Some
man.
of
We got
them
the fire.
just a preach love.
We got Sneak in
Deep
the
in
building.
their heart, they don't know what is love.
Come
They just
on.
a fight. Whoa,
Back on the show. Big up
and
my
that's not
black
right. No, them just a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
you
that's not right.
Stand down, shut my killer.
Some of them just a preach love. Deep in their heart, they
Come
don't
on.
know what is love. Some of them
Where's
they
your
just
like
a
that? Where's your
preach
like
love.
that?
Deep in their heart, they don't know what
Hey.
is love. No.
Yeah, man.
Right. Oh, fight.
And then, all right. All right, man. We cut it early. Let's get it popping, man. Let's get it absolutely popping. I'm late, man. Let's go. What's good? So, yeah, Keir Starmer announcing new violent disorders. By the way, today's theme is protest. Now, the reason why today's theme is protest, obviously, unless you've been living under a rock, there's been protests everywhere. Yeah, and I mean everywhere. Yeah, Bangladesh is protesting. Israel is protesting. Nigeria is protesting. Venezuela is protesting. The UK is protesting. Like, it's going on. Come on, what did I say to you like yesterday about this switch getting flicked? Come on, man. What you think? Is this organic? Is this organic, family? Anyway, fam, listen, I don't want to talk on my own. Even if you're just going to be like, yeah, Jez, I didn't know that. Jump on the panel. Can't keep you some company, man. And let's build a vibe. All right, let's play this.
And make no mistake.
Keir Starmer announces new violent disorder unit after riots across the country. Come on, family. Wake up. Wake up, man. So now we know they definitely have a certified way to make man kick off. I don't know what it is exactly. It's a combination of things, but they know how to make man kick off so that they can bring in the shit that they always wanted to bring in. Yeah? New violent disorder unit. Don't sound good, man. Don't sound good at all. Don't sound good at all. What are they going to be? Like militarized fucking, like a gang of Robocops or that, or Transformers. You're going to get the Octobots or whatever they're called, man. Decepticons.
And make no mistake, whether it's in Southport, London, or Hartlepool, these people are showing our country exactly who they are. Mosques targeted because they're mosques. Flares thrown at the statue of Winston Churchill. A Nazi salute at the cenotaph. And so I've just held a meeting with senior police and law enforcement leaders where we've resolved to show who we are. A country that will not allow understandable fear to curdle into division and hate in our communities.
Whatever.
And that will not permit, under any circumstances, a breakdown in law and order on our streets. Because let's be very clear about this.
And they're playing us. They are playing us like fools. They are playing us like fools. Come on, family, man. Put a 7 in the chat if you think they're trying to play us like fools. Put a 7 in the chat if you think they're trying to play us like fools, man.
It's not protest. It's not legitimate. It's crime, violent disorder. I can announce today that following this meeting, we will establish a national capability across police forces to tackle violent disorder. These thugs are mobile. They move from community to community, and we must have a policing response that can do the same. Shared intelligence, wider deployment of facial recognition technology, and
oh my gosh! Listen, family, wake up, bro. Wake the fuck up, please. Like, what the hell? Facial recognition technology. Here we go. Here we go. Surprise, surprise. Oh, they're gonna roll that out now, yeah? What have we been saying for how long? Man, it's sad for it to be as predictable, man. It's sad. It's sad. Big up, OB. Come on. Long time, my brother. Big up, man, like Radar in the building. Yo, listen, hit the like button and then type the number of your like into the chat. That's the tradition, no superstition. Big up, man, like Hard as well. Fuck you now, man. I'm going to just reload it, yeah? Sorry, I know I'm talking over it like a DJ. But I'm just going to reload it and we can hear this again.
And make no mistake, whether it's in Southport, London, or Hartlepool, these people are showing our country exactly who they are. Mosques targeted because they're mosques. Flares thrown at the statue of Winston Churchill. A Nazi salute at the cenotaph. And so I've just held a meeting with senior police and law enforcement leaders where we've resolved to show who we are. A country that will not allow understandable fear to curdle into division and hate in our communities, and that will not permit, under any circumstances, a breakdown in law and order on our streets. Because let's be very clear about this. It's not protest. It's not legitimate. It's crime, violent disorder. I can announce today that following this meeting, we will establish a national capability across police forces to tackle violent disorder. These thugs are mobile. They move from community to community, and we must have a policing response that can do the same. Shared intelligence, wider deployment of facial recognition technology, and preventative action, criminal behavior orders to restrict their movements before they can even board a train.
Big up Jazz, big up D Solo Light. Big up Nini Son. And everyone has hit the like button, man. Yeah, man. Look at that. Look at the state of it, man. So, what do we take away from that quick speech? First and foremost, Wendy is absolutely right. He didn't mention Leeds when they burnt the bus and right in there. He didn't mention that. So he skipped Leeds. He's not talking about Leeds. He's talking about you white lot. He's talking about you white lot, man. You lot have been way too active. Yeah? You let Danny Tomo and Tommy Robinson trick you into giving up your liberty. For what? You're not even prepared yet. Now they're bringing in facial recognition and blah, blah, blah. Like they didn't have it already planned. Like, you know, we always talk about the Hegelian dialectic. The Hegelian dialectic. Let's go into that. Let's go into that real quick. Real quick. Let's type it in there. Hegelian. Here you go. Hegelian dialectic for dummies. Let's find one for dummies. In 3 minutes. Here we go.
So there was this German guy named Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. But since we're good friends, let's just call him Hegel. Hegel was one of those philosopher guys, as in he thinks and talks a lot to the annoyance of his friends and families. But then one day he thought of this great idea and decided to write it down. The idea was dialectical arguments. So what is dialectical arguments? Asked Hegel. Before we can answer that, let's talk about truth. There's a lot of debate around the truth, whether we can find it, whether it exists at all. But one thing that all the big brains philosophers agreed on is that the truth is really complicated and really hard to grasp with. Hence, the truth is represented by this lock. And like all locks, it needed a key to be opened. And like all naughty philosophers, Hegel wanted to open the truth. So through years of hard work and education, Hegel found the key for the lock. And he called it dialectical arguments. Hegel then used dialectical arguments to unlock the truth. Good for him. So where do we begin our search for dialectical arguments? Well, like all good devices, it begins with an argument. In this case, a thesis is formed. It's important to point out that Hegel didn't actually use these terminologies in his writings. The concept of thesis and antithesis was coined by Kant, who was a villain from the hit sci-fi series Star Trek. A thesis could be anything from, I think pineapple on pizza tastes good, to something like, water is a liquid. Now that we have a thesis, the next part of the puzzle is the antithesis, a contradiction. Now be aware that an antithesis need not be a direct opposite of the thesis. In most cases, it should be a counter-argument that put the thesis into question. I like to call it the actually statement. In my experience, the actually is best visualized to be...
Why have I picked the world's worst one? Why have I picked the world's worst one?
Hegel looked at all important concepts in this historical way, didn't he? He saw them as being embedded in human life, in ways of life, in societies.
I guess I failed.
And as societies change, so the concepts change. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. He saw that there was development in the way history occurred, that it was always moving forward. It was always a
Do you know what? I like all these videos that I don't find are the videos I should actually make, breaking down. Let's see what this brother's saying.
The way Hegel constructed his philosophy of history was through this process called the dialectic. And the dialectic works like this. In all the different areas of human experience that we have, such as art, philosophy, theology, music, economics, physics, astronomy, whatever, we find a process taking place that involves tensions that are overcome in the plane or on the plane of history. And it goes like this. Somebody will come up with a thesis.
The problem.
Like Parmenides, everything is being. And that thesis invariably evokes an antithesis. That is a theory that is in polar tension to it, such as we saw with Heraclitus and Parmenides. One said everything is being, the other one said no, everything is becoming. So now the progress of philosophical development is stifled, and there's a blockade here because you can't get past this tension until somebody comes along and resolves the problem by creating what is called a synthesis. And we saw that, for example, when Plato sought to reconcile Parmenides and Heraclitus by creating his synthetic philosophy of the two realms and so on. And then that synthesis becomes the new thesis. And invariably, that thesis provokes what? Another antithesis, such as we saw with Aristotle, challenging Plato. Now, then what happens is that this creates a roadblock for a certain period of time until somebody else comes along and takes ideas from both of these sides, works them out together, and creates another synthesis. Now, of course, what happens with that synthesis is that new paradigm or that new system or that new philosophical viewpoint becomes the basis for a new thesis. And what does that do? It provokes what, Roger? What would you guess? Another what? Antithesis, that's right. You got it. And as you can see, I'm running out of blackboard space here, but this then is resolved in another synthesis, and we can see this pattern go on and on and on. Well, it's much more complicated than this simple illustration I've just given to you here with respect to philosophy, but you also have the relationship between philosophy, between religion, for example, and art. And there's a tension there, which is then resolved in philosophy. And then you have conflict between...
Right, man. So, yeah, I definitely failed. Say nothing. I definitely failed. So, yeah, yesterday we saw a little bit of what was going on in Hartlepool, right? And apparently it was a response to what had taken place in Southport. You know, the tragedy that took place in Southport, the attack on the children and the staff there. So they're burning stuff in their own areas. Apparently, they were kicking people's doors. I saw one video where they started kicking someone's door now. What was the point of that? So they're just attacking the police. I'm not sure what the point of that is. I see them kicking off someone's door, and I also saw them chanting "Tommy, Tommy, Tommy." I also saw them punch an Asian man. One of these guys, I think it was this guy actually, or one of these. This guy kicks off a door here. He kicks off someone's door. I don't know if there's people in the house or what. He kicks off someone's door, and another guy just punches a passing Asian man minding his own business. Yeah, you should have sent me a video better than that. Okay, maybe you can post it in here. Jump on and post it in here. Post a link, and then I'll click onto that. Put it in the private chat for me. Big up W in the chat. Big up TRILL. Anyone, if I've missed your like, my bad. But yeah, for the rest of you, hit the like button and put the number of your like in the chat, please, and thank you. I hope someone's filming them. They ain't got bunkers on off time. What? And what the fuck? All you different colored snowflakes. And what? Fuck all you different colored snowflakes. Yeah, but why though? Why fuck us? What have we done? Like, what is the actual issue? Come and chat to me, man. You're more than welcome. The link's pinned to the top of the chat. Feel free to come in, man. Do you know what I mean? We can have a conversation. I'll prove to you I'm not a snowflake. I'm definitely not a snowflake. Yeah? So, this is England. Jump on. And anyone else that wants to talk, man, why are you complaining? Well, to be honest, the reason why I'm complaining is your writing's probably going to affect the way society is run to a huge degree, right? It's probably going to mean that they're going to bring in stringent tactics, harder tactics. They're going to utilize more technology, and they're going to take away more of our rights and more of our freedoms and more of our privacies, right? The right to anonymity is pretty much almost completely out the window. Now they're talking about bringing in terror measures, blah, blah, blah. This is for any gathering they're going to be able to roll this out now. You do understand that? So these numpties that are doing all this, they're not even really making a good point. Whose idea is it to go outside Downing Street and just fuck around and get yourself arrested? Danny Tomos. I don't know why he's suggesting that. What do you want? What do you think is going to come of it? Standing outside. What has ever come out of standing outside the Downing Street? The most that I believe has happened is they've used you lot. They've used you lot to bring in tougher rules and tougher laws and bring us closer to the new world order. Yeah, the same globalist agenda that you lot newly have decided that you're against, which I commend you to be against the globalist agenda. Welcome to this part of the struggle. This is what's been on a lot of our radars for a long time. But let's not do that. I told you so, that the system was corrupt. Let's not do that, right? But what you are doing is you're playing into their hands, bro. And I think the main thing is you guys need to start thinking for yourselves. You can't keep getting led by one leader, one guy, one dude in the Stone Island top is calling the shots, and now you lot are gonna respond to him. It's not smart, because these men are leading you up shit creek. In my humble opinion, we're against you and we're against you and your youths. I don't know, man. I don't believe you. I don't believe you're against me and my youths, and you've never come. I just don't believe it. You look like you're picking on lone Asians, and obviously, look. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying. There's only so long you lot are going to be able to target mosques and that, and them Muslim man, they're quiet right now. They're quiet. They're watching the play. They're quiet. But come on, bro. Someone's gonna overstep the mark, and then it's gonna be peak, and it's gonna be stuff that can't be put back in a bottle. You get me? You're slapping random Asian guys. You turn up to pubs. You're calling man Paki and all that. You're turning it up because it's on camera. So you're turning it up. Your chance of getting more and more racist. You're doing the who the hell. Cool. I just hope that the people you're trying to antagonize, I hope that patience is among them. I hope patience is among them. I hope clear thinking is among them. I hope strategy is among them, and I hope peace is in their hearts, essentially, because I wouldn't want them. I just wouldn't want to see a war between you lot and the Muslims, bruv. To be honest, that would be horrible for everyone. And obviously, what's going to happen is other people are going to pick sides based on their affiliations, not necessarily based on their religions or their belief, just based on their affiliations. And that's a bit, come on, man. This can't be good for anyone. This is England, man. This is not America. You don't need to go on like this. It's not that deep. Now, I do think that some of you have some genuine, you have some genuine complaints with the system. I agree with you, man. And I've always said that if you lot focused on the system and not on skin color or who I pray to or who the other people pray to, you'd have a lot more allies. If you actually were serious about changing the system or confronting the system for its oppression on you, the people, then I agree with you, man. The soldier, then kids, was last straw. Last straw for who though, bro? For what? Like, I don't get it. Last straw. We've had so many serial killers and acts of terror and stuff. You surely can't. Who are you focusing it on? This dude seems to be a Christian, and he was born here. If he was a Christian that was born here, is what are we doing now? We're gonna start targeting people that were born here but their parents weren't, because then now that's a whole nother thing. You're gonna have to say goodbye to Anthony Joshua. You're gonna have to sing it. Yeah, you're gonna have to say goodbye to everything and everyone. Like, what? Come on, bro. That's not realistic. You can't expect people that were born here to suddenly get treated like they're not citizens. There's people that were born here. There's people whose generations, there's white English people whose generations have been here and they have committed the worst atrocities on this soil. Let's not whitewash history. Pardon the pun. Oh look, there's Steve. Big up, Steve. Steve. My bad. I just saw you, bro. Jump on. Yeah, let's not whitewash history, man. All right. They are all confused. They don't even know who they're angry at.
Big up, Jed. Big up, Jed. You all right, bro?
Yeah. And ain't asked about Muslims, me, G. British don't mean white Christian. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I'm from traveling community who definitely see an issue with extremists. We gotta accept that's a problem. We don't want either. I have friends in Nigeria, Christians, who are suffering to Islam and extremists. Yeah, man, there's all kinds of extremists though, all around the world, bruv. There's all kinds of extremists. And you being from a traveling community, bro, like, you got some fucking cheek, man. Yeah? The English hate you, and you know it. Yeah? And on your campsites, you lot hate the English. So I don't know why you're fucking trying to act like you love the English or something. What are you lot talking about, bruv? On the campsites, on the traveler sites, travelers hate the English. And the English hate travelers. You're English. Yeah. If you're a traveler, English people see you as just Irish, and they see you like a scum. They generally do. You know, and let's just set a challenge today, right? Why we have this conversation about whatever we're talking about, race, nations, whatever, right? Let's not use the phrase no blacks, no. Yeah, let's see how far we can get into the show without somebody telling me that. Yeah, because I feel like anytime I try to have a conversation about race or like this type of politics or whatever, someone always throwing that slogan at me. I'm sick of hearing it.
It's getting a bit mad out there, Jeds.
Yeah. I mean, they was doing a thing in Hartlepool. People were saying, "Oh, it looks kiddish," but it obviously escalated a bit. You know, I see them kicking off a door, like I said, and doing some other stupidness in Hartlepool.
People are tense, aren't they?
People are tense. Is that what you think's going on, bruv?
Where they are, they're tense and ready to go, bruv.
You know what? Maybe so. I see people being programmed and utilized. Yeah, I don't see no tenseness.
Yeah, I didn't say that. You know, I know anyway. You know what I mean? But
well, you need to say what you mean and mean what you say, brother.
You know, I know that.
This is why I questioned you. I don't know.
Well, they've been led down the garden path to glorious failure.
More importantly, brother,
they've been led down the. Go on,
brother. More importantly, yeah. Even if I know and you know, there may be a member of the audience that don't, and if we don't speak it, because we're using the mic and the platform, if we don't speak it, then they may not get that gem. Do you know what I mean? And right about now, if we're gonna chat, because all we're doing is chat, the least we could do is drop some gems. We're not calling for no action, we're not doing nothing. We're just chatting while people are going through shit. So the least we could do is
I'll call for genuine. I'll call for genuine unity in that case. That's what I'll call for.
Unity. Nah, I think that's unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
What's the other option?
It's unrealistic and unattainable. This is the option I surmise. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is to instruct people to stop listening to mainstream narratives, and furthermore, stop being told what is real. I think we got a problem with people not taking the time out to find out for themselves what is real and relying on Chinese whispers. Right about now, everyone's got access to technology, and then we all plug into the rumor mill to get our information. Not like, and when I say we all, because I know some of you guys research and look into things, and sometimes I do, but like as a whole, people don't want to think. People are refusing to think for themselves, and it's leading everyone into issues.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You'd rather listen to Tommy Robinson or Danny Tomo than find out for yourself. Yeah, and then you got Danny Tomo saying stuff like, "If anyhow he's come off a boat, even if he ain't come off a boat." Like, what are you now saying, bro? What? You're confusing me. Are you worried about him being an immigrant or not? Like, it's just like, it's like hedging their bets, saying everything and hoping one thing sticks. I believe that the British public, the English public, are in danger of walking into traps set by the powers that be, set by the globalists, set by the elites. You're going to walk into traps, right? And the reason you're going to walk into traps is you have an addiction to following people. You have an addiction to needing a leader. And they've programmed us all to be on that vibration where we always need a front man. And because we always need a front man, the opposition can always be controlled. It's a very, very old, simple tactic. It's not complicated. Your leadership, like the black leadership, just like Asian leadership, has been compromised. Your heroes have been handpicked and given to you, regardless of what you think their backstory is, regardless of what you think they're going through, what form of persecution from the state or whatever, because all of that is really, in the Game of Thrones, that's just recognition. That's power. That's showing the public that this guy means something to us, therefore validating anything he says. When you persecute people like in the way that they do with some of these individuals, it's just co-signing. It's giving them a backstory. It's making them credible in the eyes of the public. Oh, look, they're trying to go after him. Rare. Meanwhile, anything he does doesn't go against the system. It goes for the system. Because now the system have used these activities, used a couple of things that you said, used the energy that's been created off the last couple of days. And now look, boom, they're going to change some laws and bring in some new stuff. Rare. And who's going to suffer? The everyday working common man.
I can't disagree with anything you've said there. Maybe somebody can.
When we have the conversations, people don't want to admit that certain men are racist, but then look, they're going and they're doing Nazi salutes. The same statues that people were trying to protect. Now all of a sudden, you're going to go and fire stuff at it and deface it. Make it make sense. A couple years ago, you and the lads went down to defend statues. Come on, man. It's very confusing.
Maybe somebody with an opposing view might want to jump on the panel to see if we can get discussion going.
If they don't,
my battery's not been working very well. Plus, also, this is the best signal I've had for 4 days. So I'm apologising about jumping in and out all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, man. You're here now.
Because otherwise, I'd have had a proper discussion if I could have.
I don't look forwards. I'm done with DE and gender identity drain on our systems. Life. We are 15 minutes. We are 15-minute cities coming. Lee Sullivan front yesterday is a perfect example. Who listens to people and goes around telling others he doesn't research it. Yeah, true. They snitch leaders chilling in Costa del Sol, setting up their followers. So, your opinion? What is the end goal for the puppet masters in the shadows? My humble opinion. Yeah, I think the end goal is engineering some kind of quasi or some pseudo revolution, a fake revolution, a counterfeit revolution. It's the ultimate game of creating a controlled opposition. So you will even organize and engineer the very revolution, whatever, because at the end of the day, they have another system waiting. They have another system waiting to put in place. They are ready to roll it out financially, logistically, governmentally, and this is on an international. They are ready. They are crashing and burning everything from entertainment to politics, and it's been a long, slow, steady process to get you to. You think you've just come to this epiphany that politicians are full of shit. You think you've just come to it. Some of you ain't come to it because you're still like, oh, let's vote for UKIP. Okay, that's not working. Let's vote for BNP. Let's vote for reform. And you keep thinking that voting for politicians is it's never, ever, 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 ever worked. And by the time you realize it, you're dead and our kids are doing it. And that's
they just need the revolution. They just need the revolution to play their move, Jedi.
They just need to get us ready to the tipping edge. Maybe it will be multiple riots and disorder combined with a spaceship landing or Jesus coming back or whatever CGI, whatever they got. Maybe it'll be a super virus, but they're weakening society and they're getting us to that point, and they're getting ready to have an overhaul. In my humble opinion. Big up, Jake.
I think we're seeing their move now, to be honest with you.
Mr. Steve, Mr. Jedi, how are you doing?
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'll probably make it a short one because you may not want me to continue. So I'm just going to say that how do we expect to get any justice without addressing the Hampstead case and getting actual, remedy in that case? So because it's just so pinnacle to decades of these cover-ups, from Dolphin Square to these parliamentary people that have spoken out. What's his name from the Kincora case, like a couple of decades ago, was one of the first ones because he was trafficked over from Ireland and sold, and then eventually did become a rent boy, quote unquote, willingly on West. What's the West?
Henry Hill says the globalist agenda is to get rid of the white race. Okay, maybe that is part. Maybe that is part of it. If you're talking about the whole interracial intermixing, then I think you'd have to be honest and say it wouldn't just be the white race that they'd be trying to get rid of. It'd probably be the idea of race that they introduced to us anyway, but now they want to get rid of our differences, right? So maybe they want us all to be brown. Do you know what I mean? Light brown, beige.
Well, the only logic I can see from their perspective is that's keeping the divide with the people that are fearful of losing. I mean, there's people that think that white should stay a thing, which just to me is irrational. It's a fear-based, probably due to other cultures having different beliefs, and they think that white represents a certain sort of like something they're comfortable and they know. But rationally, I think that's only a divide and conquer tactic. I can't see why they would they would want to, whatever that word would be, conform the color of the skin or whatever.
Okay. Big up D Block. Are you all right today?
Yeah. No, I'm good, Jeds. Big up yourself. Big up everyone on the panel.
Big up.
There's been
big up,
three good days, big shows. Yeah, big up yourself, man. Everyone on the panel, everyone in the chat as well. Welcome, whatever. I was gonna say though, the last 3 shows has been educational. I had to be on point for this one, Jedi. No, they are.
Right, well,
no, most definitely.
Yeah, big up. You're saying you enjoyed the last 3 shows?
I was gonna ask to my English brothers and sisters that want that are calling for their country. They want their country back, and that's a fair statement. I'm just wondering, why do they want their country back? Yeah, I'm wondering, who do they want it from? Is it the government, or do they want it from these Asian guys that have nothing to do with running your country?
No, I can't lie. If I'm honest with you, I think that they wanting your country back is a really good idea, but it's like, do you know who has your country?
Yeah, that's my point. Who are you asking? Who are you asking? What? No, I agree that they should have their country back, and I'm with them on that. I'm just thinking, is it directed at the wrong people? Who's got your country, and who do you want it back from? That's the question I was asking.
Well, that's my fury at these, quote unquote white patriots, is that if they don't address the white paedophiles, then what it's just.
Can we not use that word, please?
Okay.
And I think you know better as well, man. Come on, brother. And
just say files.
I'll be honest with you, Jake. Yeah, mm-hmm. I really enjoy your involvement in the conversation, but can we just for one conversation try not to make this be about Hampstead Heath, please? No disrespect. Can we just? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
please.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, try, man. Try.
Just let me know if I need to. Yeah, just call it off for another. Just because.
Nah, man, you're good. You're a good speaker, man. But innit? You know already, bro.
It's difficult,
man.
I know.
It's a little bit of a different conversation at the minute, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the speaker's corner thing when Tommy was there, and I handed him. I got charged. I was on a 5-year gagging order, but only due to 2 particular charges. But anyway, so I gave Tommy Robinson that leaflet. I know one of his colleagues, a lady that spoke to my friend who's working similar areas of work. Next, it's all the child trafficking. So without making it specific about that case, the police cover-ups of child trafficking. Is that okay?
You're doing
Mate,
it, yeah.
it's just after. It's just
okay,
after.
but this is about Tommy, isn't it? A lot, and that's who I'm trying to kind of expose at this point. We've given him a lot of like chance after chance to come good and stop just being neurotic and being a grifter, basically, because it's just become. I'm from Luton. I still have a soft spot for him. The cunt. It's difficult, man, because he does. I mean, we know you've discussed Islam. Islam has got some dangerous beliefs regarding prophesizing war. So they're just by being in that religion and accepting it, they're wanting violence on. They believe there's going to be a conflict in their prophecies. Do you know what I mean? And
yeah, but so does the Bible.
So does Christianity. Christianity, if you read the book of Revelation, Christianity believes that certain people are going to slaughter the whole human race.
Oh no, sorry, I'm not.
Revelation.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not backing Christianity one bit. I'm saying the Judaic ones. I mean, the Talmud has got some really sick stuff in it. But I'm just saying there is. So from a biased perspective, when somebody is presented with information and they don't know about the Bible and they think the Bible's all fucking sunshine and roses, and then they see someone presents them to the Islam thing, and obviously Islam is much more outwardly trying to profess their
faith. Jake, do you know what the pale horse is?
Became hostile. Around 150 people attended with signs, banners, and a small group confronting riot police. Locals in Rushmore made their thoughts clear about the hundreds of illegal migrants being moved into luxury flats and also hotels. And joining me now is Jez Stocking, who was at the protest yesterday. Jez, welcome to the show. We've had you on before, of course. You were campaigning before in Rushmore against 300 luxury apartments given out to asylum seekers. And now you've moved on to the Potters in International. Tell us, who was protesting there? Because it seems, we just heard from the Prime Minister, that anybody attending these sort of protests is a far-right thug.
I know, it's actually shocking. If people look through all the footage from last night, you'll probably see 50% were local women, lots of young children there, probably 200 to 300 protesters. I would say out of that 200 to 300, probably 10, 15 might have been from out of the area. But it's just, to brand people as far-right protesters is just ridiculous. What you see here in these pictures is the working man of Britain, the working man that the Labour Party used to support, and they've totally turned their back on us. This is why I believe people are out on the streets protesting. We're saying we want a voice.
And Jez, you have concerns about people coming in from outside the area. We often know that we don't know who people can be if they're coming from overseas without paperwork. Can you tell me about then the police response that ensued? You've had many of these protests over many, many months, Jez, and we can see on our screens here a very heavy-handed police response. Tell us more.
Yeah, I think we've been protesting now for 2 years at the hotel, 7 months at the flats. We've got a great police liaison officer who I deal with on a weekly basis. We've had one problem before with the police, but that was soon sorted out. And yet last night, I think a few people entered the hotel grounds and then the police swarmed on us like a hit squad. I can't believe it. I think a few people entered the hotel grounds because one of our sort of people that goes and looks around the hotels on a daily basis just to see if there's any movement. He was assaulted on Sunday afternoon, and I think people were angry about that nothing was done about that. But we were swarmed on by the police, but the police will be able to tell you not one of the protesters turned on any of the police. We see the police on our side. They're working men just like us, and I expect they're fed up with the situation in the country.
And Jez, the BBC called you a mob. Your local MP, Alex Baker, said it was intimidating behaviour. But we can see here police helicopters, riot vans, at least 9 squad cars and dogs were even deployed into the hotel car park. Feels like, is this a taste of things to come? Sir Keir Starmer seems to want more of these kind of clampdowns. How does that make you feel?
I've just listened to Keir Starmer on the telly as a former Labour voter myself.
So now some people are going to be like, yeah, good on them. They're racist, they're this, they're that, they're whatever. But don't you understand? These man's right to protest, needs to kind of, in a way, be defended or respected at the very least, right? Because next
I agree.
Next thing you know, it's you, man, that want to protest about something that happened or rare, and they're coming out with the dogs and the riot, and it's all legal now. Yeah, under the new social order from Keir Starmer, blah blah blah. We got the power of a section and it's like you either fight, you run, or you get nyam up and bruck up.
And Jed, would it be fair to say if the government gives English people, the people of the land, a ruling, then most definitely everyone else has to follow. I get your drift. Like obviously, if they don't get their right to protest on that, and they get a ruling, and they're English people from the land, who the fuck are you to protest?
Exactly. Why don't they have the power to send them back over the water? I'll tell you something, brother. Yeah, and this is. I'll tell you what. Yeah, my opinion is this. Okay, you don't want any more migrants coming over. You want to stop boats and whatever. If you lot can come up with a solution for that, then so be it. But I want to know, are you going to be content with your country and what's happening in your country? Or are you going to pick a new issue? A couple of weeks ago, it wasn't really immigrants, it was grooming gangs. And before that, it was something else. I'm just saying.
And to be honest, if we go back in history, the reason why England went to India and Africa and all these countries because you don't have anything in your country. Literally, you do need other countries.
No. Listen, importation, exportation of goods, trade. That's a different subject from.
No. What I'm talking about, these migrants gone.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's a different thing from immigrants, asylum seekers, and illegal people.
No, but what I meant is not all, but majority of these migrants that are coming to these countries, England has a hand in destroying their countries. Like England's government, not English people, but English governments go over there, mash up their country, and then come over. Like for example, an Englishman told me.
When you say that to like a patriot or whatever, a lot of them will say, I don't agree with us being involved in foreign policy. They will say that. They will say, I don't think we should be over there. I think that our boys should come home and we should be dealing with stuff on our land and whatever and dealing with threats. A lot of them say that.
That's a man. A man that speaks like that. Englishman that speaks like that is a man. I'm not gonna name them any names or anything like that. But what I'm gonna say is a man that's not educated in how the world works. He doesn't understand where does your shit come from. Like when you go to the supermarket, do you think that shit grows it? No, he doesn't understand. He's like, let these people go back to their country and leave us alone. All right, cool. If people leave you alone, go on.
Yeah. If people leave you alone, what's the problem with that? What's the problem with
if you leave people alone, if your government leaves people alone, I guarantee you won't leave people alone because you will find out why your government is in these countries doing the fuckery that they do. You will find out.
Let's put it this way. What I advise people to do is, yes, if you lot can get control of your foreign policy to the point where you are not fucking with other countries, yeah, then you can reasonably expect you to have a moral right to close your borders and say, yeah, we don't want no people coming in. But for now, because of what you lot do in other countries and that's overtly and covertly, because some of us or some of the citizens may not be aware of everything that their country is doing because they're very sneaky. The government,
exactly,
their little contracts and whatever, it's got nothing to do with the Englishman. They keep their money offshore and they feed themselves. They're not, that money doesn't even come down to the Englishman. All the contracts and stuff like that.
The real control is way above government.
Because obviously these men have made a pledge and they've made oaths to be part of a country with no borders. Do you know what I'm trying to say? These men are part of other orders. They're not English. They're not British. The politicians.
And also,
we talk about governments.
They're not British. They're not American.
No, one second. If
they belong to that. No, let's make this clear though. Let's make this clear. One of the initial oaths that you take is to pledge your allegiance to the cause and for that to go above all nationality, color, religion, background, whatever. Once you're in, right?
It's a big
I
club.
want people to understand. You might get a prime minister or a president that comes out and even sheds a tear about something that's happened in his nation. Oh, this is disgusting, rare, rare. But rest assured, we all know. Remember, we had politicians that would spend every New Year's Eve with Jimmy Savile, right? We had them walking. We had people covering up the most heinous crimes. We know the rings that are these. Let's not forget who we're dealing with when we're talking about politicians.
Prince Andrew.
Prince
Andrew, all these people.
They spent 12 million to bail out a PDF file, right? They do not give a damn about you or me. They don't care about migrants. They don't care about if you're British. They don't give a damn if you've got the Union Jack tattooed on your chest and a bulldog tattooed on your back. They don't care if you served in the armed forces. They do not give a shit if you scored a hat trick for their country. They don't care about you. If you're not in their club, people wake up.
Exactly. Wake up. I was gonna add, Jeds, yeah, if you allow me to, please. I want English people to know, yeah, I want to make it clear that, you know, every migrant that comes to your country, their wish is to actually live in their own country. They dream about living in their own peaceful country. If their countries were peaceful, best believe they would leave tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even have to ask them, wish for it, none of that. If you left them alone and their countries were able to flourish, but guess what happens in England? The prices of everything goes up so bad, you guys would not be able to afford to live. Hence why your country.
We got to remember, there's a thing, like, even though we like the impression that immigrants come over here and they just suck from the system and that, what we got to understand is there's such a thing as the black economy, right? Ironically named, yeah. But the black economy, and that is like all the shit that's kind of off the books, all the money that's kind of off the books that comes back into the system, right? It comes back into our country because they buy stuff. They do buy bread. They do buy very rare. That keeps Auntie Jean working in Tesco's because people are shopping there and buying stuff. They even though people that are not written down on the books or whatever, they actually play a part into our economy. We have to be very realistic about that. When you stop that, we may have to pick up the slack in other ways. I'm just saying. But personally, I'm not even one for borders. But if I live in a country, I'm part of a country that has very strict immigration laws and doesn't let people in willy-nilly and is very tight with who they let in, then so be it. It is what it is. What can I say? There's other countries like that. There's loads of countries like that. So it is what it is. But then you know, Australia's quite strict. Australia's quite strict. America's quite strict. Canada's quite strict. But immigrants still get in, mate. They still get in.
No, but if we go a step deeper, yeah. Australians are UK people. They need to go home.
I know. I had this conversation.
South Africans need to go home. Americans and Canadians need to go home. They need to come back to England. I don't even know if you guys can all fit.
Yeah, there's an idea. I don't know if people believe in reincarnation or any sort of like more life journey, kind of soul journey, potentially purpose on top of that. But definitely, I would say karmic consequence to decisions and energy exchanges and things. But yeah.
Central London was brought to a screeching halt so that some Muslims could...
So what are you saying? This is British people's karma?
Yeah. We've been too ignorant, selfish. I say we, you know, just using that as a term because obviously I'm more longer European, wherever, might have some heritage from. But well, yeah, Irish as well. So there's that kind of weird thing.
White, you're English, and you're saying this is your karma for what? For being ignorant and selfish.
Well, there's two fronts to it. One is how we treated humans around the world, and whether that was from fear because we felt like we needed to. There's a saying in there: sometimes people's first point of defense is attack. So because we're a small, vulnerable place, there could have been that concept to it that we went out looking for dominance because we were scared. Whether we admitted that consciously or it's just a subconscious thing that just ran through, society, just being born into it. But then the other side is how we've just.
Can I ask you a question?
The other little flip side is how we've treated animals worse and worse over the years to the point now it's just barbaric, slavery, production stock shit.
Jake.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Can I ask you a question about wheat?
This says Islamic March shuts down London, right? More evidence of two-tiered policing. So I don't know if this is a new march that's just happened or happening. But what's funny is, you see how they say Islamic March? They don't give a damn if you are Shia. They don't give a damn if you. They don't care if you're Shia. They don't care if you're Sunni. You're like Muslims. You lot better pay attention to that, bro. Muslim March. As soon as I watched it, I said, "Yeah, this is a Shia march." They don't give a toss. They said Islamic March. Yeah. Now people are gonna be pissed at other people's rights.
Is this
people are gonna be pissed at other people's rights to protest and to even gather, to march. It's crazy. This is a big deal for us. Forget about all that.
Now, quickly. I was gonna say, gents, quickly in defense of the English people, bro. Yeah, is it not the immigrants' faults for not just living in the major cities? Because if you realize, most immigrants here, Muslims, whatever, we tend to live in the big cities. We don't live in the little county cities. Like do you know what I mean? We've never mixed or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Introduced ourselves, stuff like that makes people close to each other. Like we've never done that. And because most of the time it's not English people from London that are saying these things. It's more like the rural county. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all these guys that are with Tommy, they don't come from London and that. They have to come down to London. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of the time there's busloads, but yeah, they're in London. They're about.
Yeah, but they're not as much.
Yeah,
and they more understand as well, like, because we've been intermingling, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mixing or whatnot.
Wave. That's the second wave of them. They're chilling. They could come out. They're on the bench. I saw them doing press ups and squats and shadow boxing, bro. They might come out. They might come off the bench.
Do you think the generations that grew up with us? Do you think the generation? Do you think the generations, the English generations that have been growing up with like immigrants, do you think they feel the same way?
Some of them.
Because all I see is old heads. Some of them.
Yeah, some of them. That you jacked in school. Yeah, he feels the same way. When he grows up and he thinks, you know what?
I never jacked anyone.
I'm just saying, innit? Like, you know what I'm gonna say, innit? Hypothetically.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You jacked that rare that dude that you like aggied up, or that was shook across the road when he saw the man there. Do you know what I mean? That weren't involved but saw bare madness. Yeah, maybe he's like, you know what? I lie, man. These little fuckers. Someone's got to have a bad impression because people have been keeping up fuckery all over the place. So why wouldn't people have a bad impression? There's certain areas where English or white folks wouldn't even know that other white folks kept up with the same badness that black folks do. They wouldn't even know because there's no white bad boys in them ends. No white boys. They ain't seen no white bad boys from they've lived there for 20 years.
That's it as well. So
been man them beating shots and keeping up with bare crud. They ain't seen nothing. The closest they seen to white badness is the craze or something on TV. So they have no clue. They're not near Essex. They or Kent, or they don't know how Liverpool gangsters get down and Manchester, and they don't know about all that. So to some of them, it's literally only black youths that are on crud. They ain't even seen the Asian bad boys.
Yeah,
no, you're right. You're right.
With the conscience from having previous drug addictions myself, more of a.
What was you addicted to?
Well, it developed. Well, I've done a lot of different things, you know, stimulants and psychedelics or whatever.
What was you addicted to?
It was the classic sad cocaine, and it is. I say it with embarrassment because it is just so. It's cliche in the way it makes you behave, but it's also I was hypocritical because I was working against the child trafficking, but yet I was involved in the trafficking. I was funding the trafficking of drugs through.
Jake, you would if you was on the C word, you would love Chad. Check it out. If you got any Somali friends, Chad is like straight down. You know what I mean?
I know it. Yeah. I live near. I was born in Milton Keynes. There's a big Somali community there.
Okay, so
you should try out Chad, man.
Nah, don't attempt to try it. He's got addictive.
No, I've been off it for a few years.
Are you clean now?
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry.
Do you drink or smoke?
I did stop smoking weed for a year and a half, but within about 8 months I was eating the oil. I got some of the oil mixed with olive oil.
Okay, but yeah, no problem. But like, yeah, man. But you're not on the whiz no more.
No, to be totally open, I will say I MD every now and then, bit of MDMA just to keep the spirits up.
A bit of diz, yeah. Come on.
You can imagine the work I do. I need to emotionally.
Are you taking diz to do work?
Well, to cope with the, you know, to allow myself to cry or whatever, or to process, or just to relax and not think about all these.
Whoa. Jake, brother, you take diz to cry? Nah, man. Nah.
It used to be called empathy when it was first released in America, and it is used in therapy now, and they're using ketamine as well. And people are having amazing ketamine therapy.
You're supposed to use it and have a little bubble, bruv. Have a little bubble and G a thing like that. If that's it, what's going on?
Are you guys? Someone's saying, why don't the UK legalize weed so that they can tax it, and then there's more money and things available for people?
Yeah, they will, man. They will slowly. They will eventually. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do.
But that was the other thing, is I could empathize with the people that are angry, because it is scary when you see, and this is why I was relating to the gang. I didn't want to just straight away saying gangs with knives, but it is related to the drug trade, as we know. And if they addressed that, because I believe it again, it is.
There was gangs before drugs. There'll be gangs after drugs. Don't ever. Don't let
the government is a gang. The police is a gang. They're not drugs.
No, that's what I was going to say. And if you know about the story of AZ Faison
if it weren't drugs, it would be doors. If it weren't doors, it would be alcohol, prohibition.
This has been exposed for years about the trafficking.
Make money from.
Yeah.
Some gangs, some gangs, they
related to it.
Anyway, man, let me press play on this. Man.
Middle of Regent Street on a Wednesday at 5 p.m. rush hour in London. This is when the traffic is in its most heavy, and yet London has been shut down. Metropolitan Police don't know what they're doing. Now we have all of this traffic here grounded to a halt.
So the Metropolitan Police decided to close several major roads so a procession could march through the capital. They said officers are present to minimise disruption and deal with any incidents. Okay, incidents like this?
Ambulance.
Yeah, well, what's so deep about that though? What's so?
Nah. You know what it is? It's them ones. It's a bit cringe, isn't it?
Incidents. Okay, incidents like this.
That is crazy in England. I don't even know why that guy is doing that in England. But respect the country. But listen. You know what you're doing by doing that. You know what you're doing. You're putting a Muslim flag. It's not a Muslim country. The Quran even says when you go to a country, respect their rules. You know what I'm saying? And you can't go to any country and do that.
Hold on. Nah, man, this is a joke. Listen, it's a flag. It's a Shia flag. It's not a country. First and foremost.
I hear that. But you know what you're doing when you do that.
Wait. Do you know during Carnival? Do you know how many flags people flying from high? The Jamaican flag, wearing red, this, that. You know how
that's
many
countries.
Hold on, listen. Exactly. Do you know how many different flags and wearing
red? That's the ideology.
Oh, it doesn't matter, bro. It's still a flag. I tell you what, yeah.
Jedi, don't
Cool,
be.
cool.
No, no,
But
no,
listen,
wait,
listen.
wait,
Jeds. I agree.
No, let me finish. Yeah. Right about now, you can't turn a corner without seeing a rainbow flag everywhere. Yeah. If you got a problem with this, then have a problem with the rainbow flag. And before you bad this man up, you got to bad up everyone that's put a rainbow flag up. They don't mind that. Better people are against it. They don't mind that.
Okay, so, Jeds, I get your point. Wait, 1 second though. I got a point for your point. I got no way. 1 second, Jake. Let me just say one word and I'll be quiet. You go next. Okay, cool. Jeds, what I'm saying is the only thing is, you know, sometimes you think everyone's on your level. Even though I consider myself as a Muslim, I didn't know that was a Shia flag. I didn't know that was a sect of Islam. That's what Shia means for the people that are listening. This is a flag of a sect of Islam. So it's Shias, Iranis and all that. Not the majority of Muslims, but there's a large amount of them. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, yes, I agree with you. Yes, all these other flags are out there and they're celebrated or whatever. But the thing is, they pose no threat because the English people or the people that you're in their country have been educated and understood. There was once upon a time where they opposed them people and these things because they didn't understand them. But once they understood, they have no problem with black people now. You hear Tommy say, nah, it's not black people. I'm trying to say, like, they have no, because they've been educated, they've gone through it, they've been through the motions. With this flag, even as a Muslim, I don't know what it is. I just thought it's a threat. I thought, yo, he's flagging we taking over England type of vibe. That's what it looks like to me personally.
Misinformation, my brother.
Exactly. They don't educate. They don't educate. No, I'm saying they don't educate.
Why there?
You're not even listening to me, bro.
Why there? Why then?
You're not even listening to me. I'm saying you, D-Block, are spreading misinformation, bro. You know what I mean? And
how? I was asking questions. I wasn't spreading information.
Anyway,
I was asking questions.
But anyway, yeah. Obviously, if you don't feel the same way when you see other flags, yeah, in schools, in gyms, at the bank, you're on your loaf of bread. Get me, the zebra crossings, your government, your mayor is spending millions of pounds to decorate your city, yeah, with this flag that you might not be affiliated to, right? So if a couple muzzies walking down Marble Arch and one quickly jumps up and says, "Oh, hey, take a picture of this," and they've actually got the road locked off and have police rolling with them because they're actually doing like a carnival, a religious carnival, then so be it. You know how many times I've seen the Jamaican flag on top of a bus stop or a lamp? Like, what? Come on, man. What
yeah.
It is
but listen. When I see a Jamaican flag, it represents vibes. It represents, this is the information that Jamaicans have given to the world. It represents music. It represents Bob Marley. It represents like beautiful colors. Like it represents a lot of beautiful. It doesn't represent violence or like it doesn't represent that. The flag does not.
To you,
it doesn't.
To you, but
to me, yeah, of course. I'm talking for myself, of course.
Yeah, but remember, okay, cool. But to someone else, flags carry meaning and what they represent and whatnot, right? So obviously, when you look at a flag or a flag of someone else, it may convey a message to you based on the thoughts that you already have about that thing that the flag represents. You understand?
Do you not think though that Arabic writing looks like loads of machetes or pirate swords?
Say it again.
The actual lettering is like stylized like machetes or pirate swords.
Machetes, you know.
So that could be.
Well, either way, man, I just feel like everyone for fly their flag. He's not leaving it up there. He's holding it. He's waved it. He's taking a little picture. One day I'm gonna do a music video. I'm gonna jump on top of a thing like that, and I'm gonna wave the Trilluminati flag or something for a little video. And I'm gonna jump up down. The police gonna be like, "Hey, mate, you're not allowed up there." I'm like, "Oh, sorry, boss, sorry." Take a little cheeky little photo, man. Photo opportunity. Don't get butthurt. He's not still up there.
It was during the march, though. It was during the march, though.
He did it for during the march.
You could have done it somewhere else.
That's calm.
I don't agree with the march. Antagonistic.
It's calm, man.
It is. It can be
Raise the
considered
flag,
that.
mate,
And
raise the
also,
flag.
and also, why is that flag, if it's important, why is it not waved all the time so we've seen it before? And now it's not. It doesn't. No, I'm saying. You know, like
listen, see this flag.
You said Jamaican flag. Jamaican flag. I see it everywhere. I'll see it in a restaurant. I'll see it.
But I might
Someone
make
just
up my own
wearing
flag,
it.
and I might make up my own flag and I'll fly that just because you've never seen it. What's
But
that got to do with it?
but if you only flag it when it's a demonstration, then I'm gonna think, right, this is a political flag. When I see the EU flag, I think, yeah, that's a mad thing. I
What's
think
wrong with it
that
being a
you know the
political flag?
stars.
This is a
No,
religious
no.
procession. It's a religious
No, what I'm-
procession, and it's probably got some kind of Arabic or Quranic writing or something like that. Probably something referencing.
Why is it not in English?
Listen, brother, man. Referencing Ali or the Prophet or something like that, and it's probably like a scripture or a quote or a passage that Shias identify with. This is my guess because I know they like the green and we're rare. Yeah, it's a
It is a
normal
beautiful
thing.
flag still.
It's a normal thing, bro.
Green's
It's
a little
not
bit
like
sticky, but
it's not like deaf. It's not
in the
like
right light.
deaf to. You know, they've had like the flags people consider ISIS flags waved. Get me?
No, you're right. No, Judge, I was just looking from the eyes.
These are just some
I was
Shias care
looking.
about their business, bruv. They're not involved
I
in
was
nothing.
I was just looking from the point of view of an English person that sees this, and to them, I could see why. I could sympathize and
Remember,
see how that could look mad.
Remember, yeah, the English are always complaining that they're not allowed to fly their flags. I don't know where it is they're not, but they always say, oh, they get told to take their flag down very rare. Don't know if it's when they hang it from their yard or whatever. I don't know. But I've heard enough English people say for years that they're not allowed to fly their flag. I get the feeling, personally, when I look at the British flag or the English flag, I associate it with racism. If I'm honest, that's like
I associate with like
especially
English football.
Especially
Honestly,
the Union Jack. The Union Jack has this vibe to it, innit? Like it's like the colonial stamp because it's been in so many other people's flags too. It's just, do you know what I mean?
I would say more elitism maybe as well. But
for me, the Union Jack reminds me of Dwayne Chambers.
No, I don't mean it.
That
I mean like
literally.
not necessarily racism as such, but like just elite oppression. So like the idea that we're, but still it's fear.
Yeah, the reason why I would say racism is because obviously through the years, many racists use these colors as their banner, innit? As their thing, innit? So
but has Sheer not done this to a lot of people, and does Sheer not
What's
still
that?
war against like it's an ideology as well. It's not like a place that's trying to. I mean, obviously, yeah, this is why the English flag is so terrible because it has, especially the British flag, even worse because it's literally laid claim to places and oppress people on that.
But you know what, Unique? It's not, the channel is not biased, Unique Video. The link is there for anyone to jump on and give their. I'm literally willing to hear anyone else's perspective. It's just I keep cutting off Jake because I keep trying to stop him from going into some unnecessary topics, if I'm honest with you. So I know D Block ain't really catching my drift, so he's still not knowing why.
No, my bad. I'm quiet. I'm quiet now.
Because get me, Jake's
my bad.
Yeah.
Oh, someone come up and talk about flags. I'll come on next when we're talking about.
Don't run away. Don't run away, man. Don't feel away. I was just explaining, man. But you're doing well.
Vegan. Chalumi
Don't
vegan,
feel
everybody.
I didn't mean to offend you, brother.
No bones, no blood.
What? No, but
go on.
Jake, what is your experience with English people? Carl, my experience is just I've never had no problems ever. Like any English person.
They hide it.
Personally,
go to a little
I don't know. I'm glad that they hide it. I'm kind of
middle class town, little white middle class town like Leighton Buzzard, where I'm from.
And what? And he might find it different.
Yeah, there's a lot of very, kind of, I don't know what you call it, not kind people that do want to stop abuse and stuff.
No,
But there is a lot.
but Jake, I can go to Arab countries and still find the same racism.
Oh, totally.
That's
yeah.
not a thing.
Oh yeah, man's not going to say that it's separate. Man's not saying it's unique to Europe or the UK. It's not unique. I think lots of places have their own brand of prejudice and racism. Do you know what I mean? Depending on where you are, because you know, lots of places. I don't think it's a unique thing.
Though. Do you not think that there is a fear that people want to follow a religion that talks about killing other religions? And none of my family are religious.
Yeah, but what we're going to end up doing is banning all religion. And Bob's your uncle. We're going to be in the new world order. What we're going to do is going to end up banning other people. Once you ban someone else's beliefs, they then turn around and find stuff in your beliefs to ban. And before you know it, the government's agreeing that all public expression of religion shall be banned to not offend anyone. And they're already trying it. This is why they do things like get the Church of Satanism to do a prayer. When you've got that public services and that, where holy words or scriptures are allowed to be said, you can apply to do your ceremony. And obviously that's been happening in America for a while and other places where people are going to use the loophole of being able to express yourself religiously. They're going to do some stuff that majority of the people find disgusting, and then we're going to allow them to take away the right to do such performances and therefore forfeiting our rights to perform our religious things in public, and then they've got what they want. That's the Hegelian dialectic again. Problem, reaction, solution. It's a setup.
Yeah.
It's a setup. We go against this flag, cool, we don't like it. Next thing you know, they're going against our flag.
They've even got a Baphomet statue and a ball. Apparently the ball represents Baal, doesn't it, in Wall Street? But I don't know where the Baphomet one is, but I think it is a proper, like, fully horned, half gendered.
Yeah, no, they had one and they was moving it around, and I think it was Boston, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Can we talk about the Bohemian Grove and? No.
But there's also a lot of truth to it. These people are doing deals with
color.
Oh, sorry, you cut out.
Hold on. Let me read this comment out, please. Yo, I'm alone up here, man. Where's the family? Muslims use people of color. We aren't about color. It's preachers getting 28 years and grooming our young girls from council areas. It's disgusting how it was covered up by people that was from the community. Okay. Yo, unique videos. Take a chance. Jump on and let's have a chat. You never know. It could be fruitful. Yeah, man.
It will be.
Yeah, I hope so. So, yeah, take a chance. Jump on. Anyone that wants to have a chat, because generally, I think people think, oh, this guy is just biased. And I'll be real with you. Maybe I do have my preconceptions and my own ideas about how things work. And maybe you could set me straight. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll learn and I'll take it on board. You know what I mean? Big up Money T. He says, hit the like button, people. Good idea. Well, there's the link. It's there. Jump on. Big up Cool Cat. See Emmanuel's there.
Yeah, is it possible to talk about, like, just Freemasonry in general?
Yeah, we can get there.
Ambulance cannot get through. It's now having to reverse. This is the competency of the Metropolitan Police in London. This is what happens when some people get free passes and others do not. This is a free pass for a certain segment of the population. I'm all for people celebrating their culture, their history, but this seems like a show of force. This is a show of force, and it's causing huge disruption to central London on a Wednesday during rush hour.
It's not a show of force, man. It's not a show of force, and it's not even a type of Islam that you kind of even have an issue with, even though it's probably all Islam, anything with the name Islam. But it's not a show of force. It's a procession, right? And you never said anything about this flag here. This flag here flying high, stationary.
Oh, my mistake. Sorry. I thought the flag was being held by somebody beside the whatever this thing was. They went to the free speech, wasn't it? Against it wasn't. So this is a different day. This is like March to the other one where I think Tommy organised this one supposedly.
No, this is something else, man. This is something else. This is something that happened yesterday. So anyway, He's
Oh, that's
complaining
all right
about the
then,
flag.
really. I mean, that's
Oh,
much different. That really changes the dynamics of where that flag was. That's why I think the context was so important. Was it to antagonize another group of marchers, or was it just to support?
okay.
their
No,
own
no,
belief?
no, no, no,
Mm.
no. Yeah, because then, yeah, that would be different. No, no, no.
I get ya, proper. I
No
hope you're
one
there, D
says.
Block. I think D Block might.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, yeah, he's got an issue with this green flag and whatever, but he ain't mentioning this flag here. The green flag, a man was holding it, and he undoubtedly took it with him and got down and went about his business. This flag's the stationary and staying there. You ain't got an issue with that. So it's like, come on, man, let's not pick and choose and turn blind just because it suits our agenda. Do you know what I mean? Big up man like Mezzo.
And
Yeah,
sadly, a
I'm
lot of these
more.
people, it seems like they just are riling up emotions for vote. I don't even want to say it, but there's a lot of these presenters that I want to have faith that they really do mean well. They're just misguided, but are they just doing it for money? You know, because they get a lot of the, you know, for riling up these right wing people and stuff. It's sad.
Yeah, for money. This isn't there. Why did they? That's not there. That's not what's. Why has he added that in there? That's cheeky. That's
Construction in central London on a Wednesday during rush hour.
Or is it there? Oh my god! It's there.
So there was no mention of.
These men are pissed. They're like, what? They turned our streets into a mosque. Mad.
In the hold-up, I don't think the traffic really expected the day to be disrupted by this. And yeah, here we are, the Metropolitan Police.
Peaceful people doing their thing. Just like when people do Diwali, just when people, like, do you know what I mean? Peaceful people doing their thing, man. Just like when you lot do that blackface day up in Cumbria or wherever. Yeah? You lot do your little blackface thing. You lot do your little thing where you throw your ball around and smash 7 shades of shit out of each other. That sport is mad. It's good to watch. You lot do your thing. It's cultural. It's just their little thing, man. All right, cool. You don't like the delay in central London. But bro, man, like I said, we have Pride going through central London. We got all sorts of things going through central London. It is what it is, man.
I mean, even that ball one, though, I think there's many things, and they still do ball that. No, I'm not trying to get the names confused, but that one where they're playing with the ball was in football, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that is on. In some ways, there's no animal abuse, but they do the ball as in like the cattle chasing in Spain and South America. It's mostly being stopped in nearly every county now. There's just a few stubborn ones that are holding on to it. So I think at some point, why just get together and brawl in the street when you can go to a rugby match, and it's just an ego thing.
Because it's their tradition and they want to do it. Like, it's their tradition.
No, but why? It's just violence for the sake of it, and it's pretty because I'm going to get the pussy. They want to get the pussy. That's it. They want to show off. Hold on, man. And get the pussy.
You'd be worse than the fucking New World Order, mate. Because if you was in power, you'd stop people being able to play their little rough game, their little brawling game. You'd stop them. Oh, why are you doing that? No, it's wantless violence. Let people do what they want. You are built a certain way with certain levels of testosterone and whatever and aggression, and other people are built different. And you wouldn't want a world full of Jakes, would you?
Yeah, I've got testosterone when I need it.
No, I'm not saying you don't, bro, but I'm saying obviously because you said you don't see the need of getting involved in a violent game like that. It's almost like you'd be prepared to ban it. But there's people that do see the need and enjoy it. So why would you get involved and destroy their culture?
Do they feel the need or do they just feel obliged? That's my problem.
Obliged?
Yeah, just culturally, like that's just... And you know, loads of them people are racist and fucking hate everything about that's happening into England as well. So these people are people that are stuck in the past. They're stuck in their little cultural fucking cult rituals and the bollocks year in, year out, same bullshit, you know? It's...
Now, but Jake, are you not referring to the older generation? Because the ones that grew up here, would you say about them?
Yes, totally. There's so
Why
I
would you
mean,
say
in
that?
their own little right. So everybody can be really nice and kind in their own little context, but does not make them a bigoted, fucking fascist, like scared, insecure, white, treating women like shit, or women treating men like shit because they've got their own insecurities. Treating children like shit because everyone's just trying to outsource guilt and shame on the other. We've got problems as society on a big scale. And then there's the whole education system, just send your kids to school and get them to be taught this and that, and then just go to work. And I won't get into the animal abuse, but it is such a huge part of it, the disconnect between what we're paying for and how kind we claim to be.
Okay. All right. So I'm just saying, bro, if you was in power, would you ban boxing?
I wouldn't ban without the gloves. I'd ban show boxing with the big gloves, where ridiculous amounts of money's been changed hands. I like sport fighting. I like just to celebrate the human body and to keep fit. That's as far as I think it should go, really.
So you'd ban boxing or not?
I'd ban gambling round boxing. That would be a good start because there wouldn't be the money involved. I'd ban gambling round football. Football would become more humble and an honest sport again. If it ever was. Well, I probably was.
All right.
I mean, in Luton, we've got the most ridiculous gambling problems. I mean, like, I thought it was dying out, and then this fucking new one opened, like a 24-hour one. Another one opened one of the other ones opened 24 hours. A third one fucking popped up. Oh my god, it's so disheartening. Vile. The gambling is fucking vile. How they allow that in this country is twisted.
Excuse me, officer. Yeah? Water? Yes, please. As the sergeant in this line, sir, when was it announced that the street was going to get shut down? You guys come for the bus?
From cultures has taken me around the world, broadening my.
You just got a problem. Big up, LT.
Back up, Jedi. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, no.
Protests outside the Potters.
So, when I typed in protest live, I was shocked at the time how many protests was going on. So there's a protest going on in Nigeria. There was obviously protests yesterday. There'll probably be protests somewhere today. Protests in Hartlepool, Southport.
There was one going on in Congo as well, and it was full of women singing. It was so empowering.
There was one going on in Israel. There was one going on in Venezuela. Kicking off in Venezuela. Man, like OB. Big up OB. Walk on. Yo, microphone check. OB. Can't hear you, mate.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Walk on.
Yo, trying to sort out the mic still.
Huh? Now we can hear you now. You're good.
Yo.
You've kept 93 out there for ages. That's the Alistair
Yeah,
Crowley.
now we can hear you.
It's Alistair Crowley's number that represents love and will, but will is over love.
Yeah,
Thou
I'm
shalt do it.
I'm gonna log out.
We say OB?
He said something about logging off and come back.
Okay, cool. So yeah, does anyone know what's going on in Venezuela?
I just heard that.
No.
Just that apparently the CIA have failed to take out their government, but this is sort of this right wing news where they claim that the right wing is doing. I mean,
why is the CIA trying to take out their government? That's crazy to me. Like, it's nothing to do with you.
They do it. No, the economic hit, man.
No, they're just English people, man. English people, that's what they do, man. They like to go over to other people's countries.
They're hand in
Yeah, it's
hand.
English people.
Yeah, but
Of
when you
course.
say English people, you want to say basically like the global satanic
Government. The people that represent you, the people that you chose to be in power.
Okay, well, and you maybe. How long have you been?
Yeah, but I don't have a say like that. It's not my country. I didn't start this. I wasn't here at the beginning.
I voted for the only one that was against the Gaza thing.
All of them are on the same team. They're all on the same team, though.
Workers' Party, yeah, the Workers. Was it something Workers' Party? The only one was actively against Gaza anyway, and no, there might have been more independents actually that was doing it, which is good.
I mean, do you believe in actions speak louder than words, or do you just believe in words and that?
Well, yeah, actions. I believe in veganism. That's my biggest thing at the moment.
So if they keep showing you that they're on the same team, like we're playing the same game or in the same team, it doesn't matter who you choose. It's rigged.
Through other entities of other realms, yes, due to the energy exchange that we support. For as long as there are slaughterhouses,
I don't know what that means, bro.
There's a
Can
quote
you tell me in lame terms, please?
So there's a quote by the author Leo Tolstoy: "As long as there are slaughterhouses, there will always be battlefields." And this happens on every fractal of society, within communities, within families, within governments, countries.
What are you talking about, Jake?
The energy when we consume an energy of violence and oppression, then that
bring it back to
manifests into
veganism. Okay.
What about halal meat then? They pray for that before you eat it, no?
Potentially it causes more violence. It's literally so the God's consciousness, whatever it is, literally knows every breath of every being, and it weighs up literally to how much suffering. So it's not for me to judge whether an animal suffers more by getting stunned in the head or getting its slit.
How do you feel about immigration, though?
I think it's great to knock the English fucking false delusions of grandeur down a peg. We needed putting in check for starters, and then there's the whole basically it's a form of reparation, isn't it, on the violence that we've caused around the world. So overall, I'm really for immigration on a karmic and soul level, but on an economic level and violence level, it's not done so well because I guess just because of the amount of violence that we've, like you say, created around the world. So there's a lot of anger when people, but there's obviously violence from this people in this country anyway, but it's just, it's overlooked, whatever. But the other little point is that it covers up these Voldemort, that the stuff that cannot be mentioned.
Do you live in a majority white area?
Well, I'm in Luton now. I've lived in Luton now about 6 years.
So it's pretty multicultural in Luton, or what?
Very, yeah. Yeah, hugely. It's great. I love it. I love seeing people of African descent so happy, like going through the shopping centres, going through town, just living up to their potential as best they can. And it's just like to me, that is a form of reparation. Just me seeing that, even if I had any involvement in, because there was most white people, working class white people, were just as oppressed as any black person. Basically, like kind of slavery, child labour. Total poverty, death at really young ages and stuff like that, So there was no real, they didn't really have any better. And this is why lots of these working, because I'm not working class as such, is that if we're going to use that class system. But
what do you think about them getting premium housing when they come over? Luxury flats and
but this comes back to
and
why. This is why I think the energy exchange, it's this karma that it's the demons, the unseen realm, the spirits that are controlling, because the principalities, it's what we fund with our money.
What about the boats? What about the boats of, there's boats of fighting age men coming over and they're not even vetted. No one knows who they are. You can't, there's no history on them. So
I don't want to be scared. I don't want to be scared because, like, I want to have faith that, I mean, in the best case scenario, there is a international galactic force, white hats, all that, and they are going to step in and put a stop to this, and, you know, tell the truth about everything, you know, disclosure of hidden medicines, you know, all the drugs that have been covered up and all the wrong drugs that have been trafficked and all the other stuff. So, but yeah, hopefully there is genuinely a force for good within military authority. You know, within Freemasonry, I've heard firsthand that there has been someone that is a whistleblower. He's been helped by good Freemasons and threatened by bad Freemasons. So there is supposedly, if I believe him, there is a battle in Freemasonry between good and evil.
Oh shit, Jake! I didn't know there was good Freemasons, bad Freemasons. I didn't even know that was. That's crazy.
I suppose they don't go to the top rituals. Once you decide, okay, I'm going to go to a satanic ritual, then you've fully, unless you whistleblow or somehow repent and come out.
No, but listen, what is the difference between a good Freemason and a bad Freemason?
Hit the like button, family tree.
I heard that you have to. Oh, sorry, Jedi.
Oh no, go on.
I heard that you have to go through the satanic stuff in Freemasonry to then go into the lighter stuff.
I think that's a bit of pseudo kind of trickery wordplay that somebody's put out there. But then they're on a spiritual level. It depends what they think their path is. Maybe some evil people, for all I know, who am I to say that they weren't instructed by God? I mean, in Job, it says that God is speaking with Satan. Satan doesn't do anything without God say so in regards to the Job story. Just spare his life, that is. You can do anything you want, put him through any tribulations, all this, but as long as you let God decide when his life's taken. So there's all that. I mean, I don't believe in Christianity, but I do believe.
Jake. I hear that. Yeah, I hear all of that. That was banging information. Save for the little notes. I hear your notes, yeah, but I'll ask you a specific question. See the way I didn't say Pacific, I was about to say Pacific. Specific question.
Let me ask you an Atlantic question.
Do you get what I'm saying? Specific question. What is the difference between a good Freemason and a bad Freemason? Because you mentioned that, right? There's good. I didn't know there was good and bad ones in it. But since you say, right, you got more. What is the difference between a good one and how do you?
I'll use an example of someone with really dark skin. So in Leighton Buzzard, I was in my hairdresser.
I can't believe you're going sideways again.
No, he's a Freemason.
Okay, you can say no comment.
Let's bring it back.
No, but he was a Freemason, and I believe he was naive to. So not just because of his, like, you know, cultural heritage that he would be less likely, but he probably would be less likely to get higher up.
Yeah.
But there is other Freemasons
Wally.
that are just charity workers, and they go to the little meetings, and they're really geekish. You know, they were just kind of outcasts at school, and they want to be part of something, and they love the idea that they kind of have a little bit of power, and they're just local business owners that. As far as I know, and maybe some Freemason lodges, like some councils, like my local council, Bedfordshire, is far less corrupt than, say, Lancashire or North London. Like there's particular councils that are really, really the darkest Satanists, and there's other councils that I think don't have much of a clue and are just trying to get by without, playing a blind eye to it. So yeah, it's another big topic, I suppose, but. So councils is a big one. How cultish are they? How deeply involved are they? Like some of them, there could even be a good council. I mean, it was what's the big one up north next to Cumbria? But there's the biggest county in the country. It publicly said we're not going to actively address weed. We think weed is not shouldn't be crime. So we're not, even though there's a rule that you shouldn't grow it in this country. If you're growing under, say, 4 plants, I think it was. They said about 15 years ago. They said we're not actively going to pursue those sort of crimes.
Jake, Jake, I don't care about weed. I don't smoke weed.
Please.
But for cancer, if you make oil out of it and you can you can use it for like epilepsy.
I hear you.
Yeah, big up Blue Red. What's good?
Yeah, big up, man. I just come to join the Maddie hour, innit?
Please, man, look lively.
It's Maddie hour now, innit?
Nah, it's not. Nah. Why do you say that?
You sure? It feels like it, no?
Yeah, we good though, man. We good.
Alright, cool. How's everyone doing?
D Block, Jake, Blue Red.
Big up Jake, big up D Block, big up LT, big up everyone online, man. Big up everyone.
Big up yourself, family. Come true.
So blue red man, what you saying, man? Where do you stand on all of this?
I just think people are basically, they've seen the stabbing and they're trying to make it their quote unquote last straw, and they're literally just picking up on it, trying to add anything they can to that. Obviously, the three girls that got killed, trying to add it to their agenda at any point, which for me is like.
So, do you think that the outrage is not genuine?
It's I don't want to say not genuine because obviously
that's exactly what it sounds like you're saying, mate.
No, because 3 little girls died, didn't it? Which I think will touch most people's hearts. But I think they're kind of using it as fuel for their agenda, which is kind of making their kind of remorse.
Yeah, but when you say using it, that would mean that it's not necessarily their genuine agenda. It's they're using it. So that it would denote that there's something dishonest in it, or
okay, fair.
insincere.
I would say there's definitely an element of dishonesty,
insincerity.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, thank you for finishing my sentences. Thank you, man. But yeah, there's definitely that. And I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's being used. Obviously, yeah, there's some remorse or compassion because everyone can probably identify. Probably everyone's got like a little niece or a little daughter that they can resonate with. But it's now being used as like it's been weaponized in a way where it's like you're kind of using this thing that's happened to galvanize your cause.
Yeah, so you'd say that these the media has dubbed them as EDL. They themselves say EDL doesn't exist anymore, right? And they are not EDL. Every group has done the Tommy chant.
Yeah,
every group has, unfortunately. In Hartlepool, kicking off people's doors, burning stuff, throwing stuff at police, and punching solo Asian men in the face.
Yeah.
And singing Tommy.
Yeah.
Gone to Downing Street, done a madness, singing Tommy. Had a madness in Southport. And singing Tommy. 50 police officers sent to hospital or needed hospital treatment.
Really?
Broken nose among the injuries, and one officer was even knocked unconscious.
That was Stockport alone, wasn't it?
Yeah, Southport,
yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but like maybe you are right. Maybe that there is an element that is using people to, because did you see what Keir Starmer said?
No, what did he say?
He's calling into force a new task force to deal with violent disorder, like what we've been seeing. So now they're bringing in new measures. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Is that for every protest or just protest that involves English people and Muslims or whatever?
Well, he said it's not a protest. He said this isn't a protest.
It's not protest.
No mistake. Whether it's in Southport, London, or Hartlepool, these people are showing our country exactly who they are. Mosques targeted because they're mosques. Flares thrown at the statue of Winston Churchill. A Nazi salute at the cenotaph. And so I've just held a meeting with senior police and law enforcement leaders where we've resolved to show who we are. A country that will not allow understandable fear to curdle into division and hate in our communities, and that will not permit, under any circumstances, a breakdown in law and order on our streets. Because let's be very clear about this. It's not protest. It's not legitimate. It's crime, violent disorder. I can announce today that following this meeting,
here we go.
We will establish a national capability across police forces.
Here we go.
To tackle violent disorder. These thugs are mobile. They move from community to community. And we must have a policing response that can do the same. Shared intelligence, wider deployment of facial recognition technology.
Boom! Boom!
Facial recognition.
Hey, you know when you make it second on the list?
Jeez.
You know, in your speech when you say, all right, let me say this first. And then cushion the blow and then try to just move on quickly. You try to sandwich it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, that was crazy, bro. That needs a rewind, you know.
I'm sure they've already been testing it out, though.
That needed a rewind. That was balls, and it might went over people.
Across council, it's crime, violent disorder. I can announce today that following this meeting, we will establish a national capability across police forces to tackle violent disorder. These thugs are mobile. They move from community to community, and we must have a policing response that can do the same. Shared intelligence, wider deployment of facial recognition technology, and preventative action, criminal behavior orders to restrict their movements before they can even board a train.
What they won't tell you is they're talking about everyone. They make it sound like it's whoever you're thinking we're talking about. No, it's whoever they say it in a way where it makes it sound like it's whoever you are and what your beliefs are. Yeah, whoever you think. But really, what we're talking about is everyone. I don't care if you're English, some immigrant, is every motherfucker needs to show us who his face is, recognitions. We need to know where you are, what your phone's saying, how much money you spend, where you spend it. You get me? It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but that's how they. But that's how they justify it. With things like this, they'll say, "Well, we're doing it for your safety."
We're doing it for your safety.
Exactly.
All right then. In the future, you know what it's gonna be. You know what it's gonna be, guys. Just to give you a quick glimpse here. Go on, Jets.
They're using the same people and the grandchildren of those people that they started using. They started restricting other patterns before, like movement and giving your name and all that hooligan shit, all that football hooligan shit. Yeah, that's where they started using other forms of antisocial behavior. Oh, you can't gather like this because of what happened at this match. This is where they started using different methods of crowd control and whatnot. So it's ironic that they've come full circle and they're using the same kind of crowd to further restrict our rights. You get me? If you follow my drift, trust me. If you know about them hooligan days and that, yeah, they brought in a lot of new legislations and that to control those crowds. And their man were wilding out.
Yeah.
And look,
So
it's
just
it's the football lads, really.
But so just looking at that video that the guy's talking about, the Keir Starmer was talking about, if these football writers had any kind of like sense or like self-reflection, they'd be like, okay, who's really restricting us in it? If we're gathering together and we're being told, no, it's not a protest, all you guys are thugs, who's really restricting your voice? Is it the Muslims, the blacks? Is it the Indian shop owners? Like, who's really restricting you? Is it because it's definitely not them?
But you know what? How do you know that Tommy Robinson himself is not a character paid by the government to move these people and say, and he looks like them and whatever in it? How do you know he's not a paid character, bro? Oh, Tommy's gone Joe. Oh yeah, in Canada he's gone Joe. Oh yeah, Tommy did. Like, how do you know he's not a plant himself? Do you get me? He told me, and it's not even his real name. A man said Tommy Robinson is not my real name, it's a stage name. I can't believe you're acting. You are acting in real life. Your name is not Tommy Robinson. I can't believe your name is not Tommy Robinson. Like, if a man was telling the truth, why would his name be a stage? He's like, yeah, that's my stage name. What the fuck does that mean, nigga?
Thanks for that deep
You
block,
know
man.
what? You know what is pay. You know what I've realized, yeah, that whoever it is, I've realized about these people, whatever they do, though, they have to let you know what they're doing in plain sight. And one of the things is they say it in a jokey way, but they really mean it for real, though. Like he said, I'm a paid actor. Like to you is a joke, innit? Like, what's her name? Beyonce saying, oh yeah, I've got alter egos. Like she's letting you know demons take care of this. You get me? Like they say things and we don't think these people are actually telling you the truth. And it's weird about this earth here where people, when they're doing evil stuff, it's like they have to let you know. And then you have to adhere to this. Like you have to say yes. Like they can't because it's your will.
Hold on a second. Yo, big up Axel, Mark one.
Big up, honey.
What are you saying?
No, I just want you lot to stop doing this rioting and all of
Who's
that.
you lot?
Yeah, whoever the hat fits in it.
Oh wow.
Nah, I'm just joking. But no, yeah, I mean the EDLs or whatever they're called over there, right? Because I don't want that to happen over where I am with these nutcases. We have the right wings in Sweden.
Yeah.
And they are looking at you lot, and then in the papers all over the place. It's all about what's happening in the UK right now. And it scares the shit out of me because we don't need that type of madness in Sweden. We already have a problem between literally gangs and immigrants versus these lot, yeah. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
So
Stop this madness, man. Stop this madness.
How do you think they should, people with these views, right or wrong, how do you think they should express it, or how should, like, who should they address about their issues then?
Their issues is not on the immigrants. The issues are on the government, right? All this is upon the government. This is the government's way to handle. There's a lot of issues that they are pissed at. Yeah.
The community of South.
Right. It's not only one thing. Don't you agree, Blue Red?
I agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying
we can't hear it.
from their point of view, innit? They're probably thinking like they're like the voice of the voiceless kind of thing. So if that's how they feel, then they probably need somewhere to let out, or
Well, okay, so but they are all about this voting thing, right? So if they vote, I don't know how you guys vote down there, yeah. But can you vote like blank?
No.
No. So
You just don't vote at all.
Huh?
You just don't vote at all in it. If there's no blank vote in it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that is.
Is there a blank vote in Sweden?
Yeah. So we can vote blank. And that means that you're not content with the situation with the, with the different parties are at it.
Okay, and what does that get any? Does that make a difference? Does that do any?
No, it shows the population's mistrust or whatever, right?
Okay, and is it normally? Is it like a high number normally, or?
No. It's not a high number, but if this is a big thing, maybe they should do the same thing over there. But I don't know your, I'm just say your system over there. I don't know how you guys vote and stuff. Yeah, but
with us, it's either vote or don't vote in it. There's no blank vote.
Oh, okay. So you actually cannot show. Oh wow. Okay, that's crazy.
The only way you can probably show is if it depends how many people come out to vote. If it's like a low percentage, then that's obviously showing people don't really feel like they've got the right candidate. Maybe that's the closest you're going to get to that kind of thing. Low turnout. That's the only thing you're going to get to represent that.
Okay.
Yeah, big up Jake, man. He's where? It's a different brother, boy.
Oh, he left. Okay.
Yeah.
Was he on crack for real? Yeah.
No. Coke he said he used to take.
Not crack.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but like obviously I don't know, man. I don't know. He's put that. I find it strange to see people that are fixated on just one thing.
Because I guess that's what matters to him, isn't it? Really, that's
There's
what
so,
affects
like,
him.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, like basically an obsession.
Like a
You know,
religious
you can spot when
psychosis.
somebody's genuinely obsessed about something.
Yeah,
Like,
but that's also also a luxury because it shows that he's not really got much that others like. He's not. It seems like it from how he talks that not really much bothers him other than these things, isn't it? Which it seems like a lot of it's in his head. So
no, bro, man's got
No?
to take MD to Baal, bro.
Oh Lord.
That's meant to be a party. Oh, bro. When I'm on MD, the last thing I want to do is fucking cry, bro. I want to dance, shake my legs, bro, take my shirt off. That's the last thing I want to do is cry, man.
What's MD?
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah, the compound of E.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So yeah, lots of writing. Tell me what's going on tonight. There must be something. If I go and look on X, it's probably kicking off somewhere. Filming it, letting everyone know. Look what we're doing over here. Mad thing. White man's
Is
having
this
fun.
gonna
Bro.
happen? No, sorry, yeah. But is this gonna help in any way? Like, what do they actually think this is gonna end up the results in? Like, what is gonna happen? It's not gonna help them.
People just want to be heard, innit? That's how it seems to me, anyway. They just want to be heard.
Yeah, and then like your prime minister or whoever was talking earlier, he's gonna put some more. Yeah,
Some more
strangle the
measures.
country. Yeah, and strangle you up.
Calling them thugs and shit, and saying this is not protesting. Right.
Protest, okay, fine, protest, but doing all the madness for no, like, come on now. Yeah, man. Nutcases.
Yeah, I don't want to categorize everyone that went to the protest, but I feel like when you not got the ability to articulate yourself, maybe aggression is probably the first resort or the first call of action.
And there's a really big alcohol culture within the UK.
That as well, yeah. That as well.
Sorry, what did you say, Leslie?
There's a really big alcohol culture within the UK as well, and I don't think that helps situations.
Yeah. So I heard.
Sorry, man. I'm just looking. I was looking through Twitter. What we're saying? Oh, you lot don't like each other.
Not really, no.
You don't like to talk to each other.
No.
What happened? Let me mediate, man. What happened, man?
You hurt my feelings. That's why.
What did you do?
No, man. With the good.
Yeah, man. So I thought you lot would have a little bit more to say on these subjects, but Blue Red, I know you got some more to say, man. You was thinking about it, and then it's like you changed your mind. Well,
no, I'm not. I kind of said what I had to say, innit? I feel like it's gonna get a lot of the police, obviously, as I said, they're calling the people that are rioting or protesting thugs, and it's like the people that are protesting like yesterday. You're literally being suppressed by the people that you're not going at. Like you're calling for all these. Oh, we want our country back. And the people in charge are the ones that are quote unquote suppressing you. So should your anger be a bit more towards the government, a little bit more, or should it be stay on the?
I think that's what I meant to say when you said it the first time. Thank you for remembering what you said as well. I think a lot of them are. Should I say a lot of them? I think some of them are definitely awakening or awakened to the whole the system's actually the enemy, globalism, mirror. They just got a slightly different spin to it, but they're basically waking up to the fact that the system ain't for them. Don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the
They
pennies
just
slowly
basically,
dropping.
I think COVID and whatever has just helped them to detach from government, as it would probably.
Well,
that was the
that as
plan.
well. And then obviously, I think with the arrest of Tommy Robinson, in their eyes, the guy's speaking the truth, and he's being arrested
little
and
things
he's
like
being
that help. But
victimized.
at the same time, they're still voting for, let's vote for reform and let's vote for. So they're still trying to vote their way in, and I don't know, man.
I don't think they understand how deep it really goes. I think that's the problem.
Very
I think,
few of them do, I think.
Yeah.
And the rest
And
of
I
them
think
don't care about all that stuff.
And I think it only comes home when it's someone that they kind of resonate with, that happens to. Because
right,
I heard you last night saying, Tommy's not done anything wrong. So if you're making the police the moral compass, so you're saying the police made a mistake, or they can make mistakes, or someone can be convicted and not be innocent or not be guilty. So it's like they only really add the nuance when it's someone that they resonate with, like, which is So it's just like identity and politics kind of thing.
So they've named this boy in a landmark thing. They've named him. They've put pictures out of him in a landmark decision.
Who the fuck? Sorry,
Jedi?
Yeah,
Who the hell is this?
that's your Harry or whatever.
Is that porn bombing on? I don't know what that is, bro.
He's getting a good roll on the old quads, glutes. Quads, isn't it? Yeah.
But why did he wait till he got to the quads to show off?
Oh my God, it's Howard Haile. I thought it's my brethren from Eritrea, man.
Okay.
He's showing you your skills.
What do you think about his glutes, Axum?
Yo, blue red behavior.
And thrust.
Yeah, man. Do you think, bro? Do you think?
Yeah. So anyway, I forgot what I was saying. You lot just made me. I was talking. You lot are focusing on this.
Yeah, but we thought you was a troll or something. I was
It's hard
scared.
not to. Sorry, man.
Yeah. I was just like, Haile, what you do right now is distracting, bro. But yeah.
There's serious things going on. There's people protesting, people getting killed in the streets, bro, and you're rolling on your back.
Rolling at his back.
This word is a mad thing. Okay.
Yeah, but then I think you was talking about they like named the kids who did it for the first time.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, they named the kid that did it. So this Axel, I can't say his last name. I don't know what it is.
But it's something Cubana on the end.
But they had a picture of him, and he looked like a little girl.
He looked young. Man.
Yeah, but it was an old picture though, right?
Yeah, but why they basically used a child, like a proper childlike picture. Like it looked like, I thought it was a little girl.
I was like, oh my God, this is a 9-year-old boy. Yeah,
That's what I thought as well. Yeah, I thought it was really
just like, oh my God, why are you using this? But you know what that means, guys?
Huh?
You know what that means? It's gonna be African peak time, right?
Axel, someone named Axel's not really African, are they? How many Africans do you know called Axel?
I don't know, man.
But he has got a massive forehead, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he looks like a Rwandan, though. It does.
That forehead is saying a lot, man. Come on, man.
East side.
But in the in the court sketches, he's got dreads. He's got an afro in it, so he looks way different than.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's like they're trying to protect his. They're giving a name, but they're not going to give a picture because
Yeah, now he kind of looks like the horn in the afro, but yeah.
I think he's at the minute he goes to prison, he's going to be in deep trouble anyway. No one likes anyone that harms kids.
He won't be in population, really. He'll probably be in like protective custody.
No, but look at these pictures they're releasing, though. Like, the
I'm just happy that his name's not Mohammed Akbar or something like that. Yeah, 'cause that will probably send people going through the roof.
yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, let me not.
I kind of feel sorry for the parents because, like, those pictures are like innocent child pictures, like when he was growing up and stuff. That wasn't the person that he was back then. Hopefully not, anyway.
It's like, can you chalk this up to like, is this mental health or is this evilness or like, because to kill like 3 little girls and injure.
Maybe we'll just ease up on that K, like, you get me?
Oh, sorry, bro, sorry.
That's cool. Just thinking forward, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on anyway, yeah. It's
No,
the mental health.
Yeah, I think mental health is that's like the lazy way of analysing this thing, innit? Because you can just say, well, it's got to be something mental going on in his head. Or could he just intentionally have done it and just been like sober mind? But
Anyone who's doing this heinous acts, yeah, must have mental health. Like, yeah.
But do you not think that's like a lazy label nowadays? I think people get away with doing whatever they want and then they say mental health, innit? Like, I think
to be honest, yeah, I feel like the word mental health is used a lot.
That's what I don't like that.
Yeah, by the UK people, I must say. I feel like I hear it all the time.
Axel was expelled for carrying a pointed article. He was in my class and told us that we needed a genocide like they had in Rwanda to fix the problems. Police knew something and he was known to social services.
Oh, doing the Rwanda stuff again.
I'm sorry to say this, then he's kind of like the British public are doing what he's basically asked for. Then they're basically turning the place into a war zone.
Listen, yeah, I don't want to speculate too much.
Yeah,
speculate.
No, because it's like I'm thinking, a lot of times parents speak about the wars and stuff that happened to them. You know, the first generation, and then maybe some kids like take it too hard or whatever. Yeah.
So there's if you look at epigenetics and how like other things can affect, like let's say mental health. I know it's a kind of like bracket term that's used very easily, but if you go into psychology and epigenetics within psychology, like things that happened in your parents' past can actually affect your like mental your mental health in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's not a fact though, right? But that's what people are trying to figure out. Healthy. If that actually,
the problem is it's not a funded science, so if it's not funded, it doesn't get as much look.
Yeah, but how can you determine that though? It's nothing tangible, right? It's really hard to like.
The same way quantum physics isn't really tangible as well, like, but it's still.
Yes, so it's just a guessing game still. The quantum physics, but
definitely.
This one you're saying with the epigenetics, it's kind of like you know, people say the slave trade affects the people, black folks now. You know what I mean? Or the slavery that happens after slavery through the DNA is memorable. That's why some people feel some type of way nowadays because it's DNA. Yeah. Can we prove it?
You can't prove it. Definitely not.
No, you can't prove it. But for this kid, I was more thinking of like how much parents and family can speak about wars and the can I say the G thing? Jets, I didn't even know now. The genocide that happened in Rwanda, right? Maybe that.
Yeah, so he grew up listening to a lot of the stories.
To all the stories and got like, you know, the mental health from there. Then
But then I feel like if you're so like, because the guy was raised in Wales, like, so if you're so far removed from something, how do you resonate with it? If you're obviously your family can feel it and you can kind of take on their pain, but if you're in a country where like Wales, where it's like it seems like there's not much going on, like how can you take on that pain so to the point where you're like doing things like this now because you're so far removed from it?
I hear you, Blue Red. But remember, the impact that you can get as a kid from your parents and your family can be a lot, yeah. And they can be very graphic when they're telling the stories too. So, yeah.
And again, if
Funny how
kids take a sort
I
of...
don't think it's strange how Rwanda comes up again. But they was talking about sending people to Rwanda, and now this guy from his parents are from Rwanda. It's like, I don't know, man.
Coincidence or not, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually very crazy.
Rwanda, you know.
Of all places, Rwanda.
Rwanda can't stay at the fucking news. Of all places, like I remember they got an issue with migrants, immigrants. They want to send immigrants to Rwanda. This guy is a son of an immigrant from Rwanda. Mad thing. And people screaming, "Stop the boats! Stop the boats!" Now this happens. Tommy Rally did. I don't know, bro. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying, be wary in it, because they will play to your ego, and that doesn't mean to boost you up. Like when I say that, I mean they'll play to your sense of identity, and they know what strings to pull. It's obvious around the world. Everyone's strings have been pulled in the last 48 hours. How is that a coincidence? You tell me. There's something. Obviously, let's see. Anyway, man, let's see. His dad was a black belt in karate. Okay. Maybe he was bullied. His hairline was way back from the beginning. Cool.
Jesus.
There we go.
He's got dreads. He's got afro now. He looks fine from the pictures.
What are you talking about? What pictures? The drawings.
The sketches.
The sketches. Allow it, man. He's.
So what happened to this Black and White Unite now that they were talking about yesterday on the show when you streaming today?
Well, I don't know if that's not in jeopardy, is it?
No, it should be
Black
fine.
and White Unite.
Still got issues with the Asians.
Yeah, I feel like somehow they're definitely gonna relate this back to Muslims. Yeah, somehow they're gonna find a way.
Yeah.
How though? How?
He went to a mosque like 2 days before he did what he did in it. Whatever, innit? They're gonna do that.
He's a revert now, or something like that. Yeah.
He had the Quran in his bedroom or something like that. I'm just saying.
In his backpack.
Yeah.
They will always find some ways, right?
Well, they say someone's saying he's Christian, but I don't know.
Yeah. Christian parents.
Yeah, Christian born. I don't know. Like if anyhow that he said anything Islamic or anything rare, it's a rap.
Yeah.
And has anyone you heard about this window cleaner that apparently saved some kids or whatever? He was there. He's supposed to be a black guy. Has anyone heard anything about him?
Is he black or mixed?
I don't know. If you know anything, let me know.
So I saw on Sky News apparently, the window cleaner guy or the caretaker confronted him and just saw something in his eyes. He was saying, but I don't know if it was any more than that. It's on Sky News. There. But the guy was, who just said that he saw something. He confronted him, and he saw something in his eyes that he couldn't. I don't know.
And that's the report from Blue Red.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I watched. But I can't remember what I watched, I'm literally making up on the fly, but yeah.
What do you say? He's a caretaker, bro?
Caretaker, window cleaner, all the same thing, bro.
Not really, but
no, don't do that, Blue Red.
Not really all the same thing, brother.
So if you wanted to employ a caretaker and he was a window cleaner,
stop it. What are you doing, bro? You might have a caretaker. Listen. You might have a caretaker and still employ a window cleaner. Stop it.
No, bruv, why not make him do both?
And window cleaning is a totally different job from caretaking. You're actually wrong.
If you can window clean, you can caretake to me, bro.
What? Caretaker, you gotta be a handyman, bro.
Why are you on this like semantic thing? Like what? Like why can't you just why can't you just let words be words, man? Caretaker and window cleaner, same thing to me, bro.
They are not the same thing.
We're not gonna argue about it.
Literally.
I'm not gonna back down.
Listen, they're not the same thing.
I'm not gonna back down from my statement, bro.
In the chat, are caretaker and window cleaner the same thing? Please, in the chat, let me know.
Why are we going to the chat? Why can't we just like?
No, because you said I'm not going to back down. You made it seem like it is me versus you, but I just want to see whether it's logic versus. That's why I'm answering the chat so that I can remove my ego from it and see what other people think.
So you're making the chat the moral compass, yeah?
Nah, I'm just gauging to see if anyone else thinks like me. Is window cleaner and caretaker the same thing? Yes or no?
No. Ask them, can a window cleaner do the job of a caretaker? That's my statement, bro.
You're not funny, man.
Anyway. Why have I typed in Southport based window cleaner and shit? Clean up. Can anyone find me or tell me what to type in to find this this window cleaner?
I'm trying to find it as well.
So I've typed in Southport window cleaner like an idiot. And companies have come up.
Oh, I've got it.
What did you type?
I typed in Sky News Southport on YouTube.
Can you put the link in the private chat?
I'm on my phone, innit?
Okay. You typed in Sky News.
Type in on YouTube Sky News Southport, top story, if you're right there. His name is Joel.
Does he talk? Does he talk on the camera?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He does,
oh, is this him? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Mixed race, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slammed on the middle of the road.
Well, hello.
I'm going to switch over to the iPad, so like, give me 2 seconds and let me back in if that's okay.
Cool. Slammed on the middle of the road and said, "Have you seen that?" I said, "No." He reverses the van back, and then all I see from my side was literally half a head from a girl hanging from the side of a car. So I jump out the car and I go up to her and I just ask her if she's all right, and she just looked in complete shock. She had blood all over her body, and she just screamed at me. She said, "He's killing kids over there. He's killing kids over there." I just looked at Martin and we were just in complete shock. We just didn't know what to think, didn't know what to do. But looking at this woman, she looked in a really bad way, and I just knew it was a really bad situation. So me and Martin start walking towards the place where she's pointed at.
And how far is she from the place where she's pointing at?
She's at the top of the road, leaning against the car. There was more people on the road, but at this stage, at the time, we were so focused on this girl, we didn't see there was more people down there. We're just hearing this girl screaming to us that this guy stabbing kids at this location. So we start walking down, we'll start running towards this place where she's pointed, and she gets up. It's like she used all of her energy to point to us where this was happening, and then she completely collapses onto the floor. In which case, we go up to make sure she's all right. She was also on the phone to the police at the same time, which is when I've took the phone off her and I'm on the phone to the police. Martin's making sure she's all right. I start running towards this direction, which is obviously where this is happening, where these kids are in the dance studio. And I'm running, I get to the car park, and as I'm running towards the door, there's a car, which is a woman's in the car, and she's beeping her horn and she's screaming for me to come over. So I run straight over to the car, and it's just a middle-aged woman, and she's got, I presume, one of her child in the passenger seat, and then in the back there's like 4 or 5 more kids, all in the back, covered in blood. It was like a scene of what you'd see on like a disaster film, honestly. And she just looked at me, the woman, she said, "Honestly, love, I just want to make sure these kids are safe. I'm just going to park on the road. Please, can you get this girl out?" So I open you got the driver's side.
My
On the
God.
driver's side, behind the driver's seat, I open the door, and honestly, like, there's this girl, which will probably stay with me for my life, for the rest of my life, and she was completely out of it. I can't explain to you how horrific it is what I saw, but I in the moment, I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to get her out of the car and try and get her to safety. So I've just got this girl out of the car, and I've ran towards the road, and I've just been, because we're there at the start, you see. So there's only a few members of the public, and the main thing in that specific moment was like, there's still more. Like, this is actually happening, and there's people inside there, because that's where they've been. That's where they've come from. So I just initially wanted to get her out of the car and try and get her to safety. Like, but I didn't know where was safe, if that makes sense. So I take her to the road, and I'm shouting, I'm screaming for help. Someone ring the ambulance. Everyone was trying to do the best. No one expected that would happen. But in the moment, all you want is just like a professional to be there to like kind of know what to do. So I go to the front, I take her out of the car park, I run to the front, I'm shouting all this, then we put her down, me and Martin put her down. Then Martin stays with this girl then. Okay, and there's more people which are coming at this stage. There's more people coming to help. Everyone's gathering around, everyone's doing what they can do. And then I run back in. I run back into the car park, and I basically run towards the door which is the entrance and the exit out to the dance studio. And you get there, and it's like the building's like an L shape, and you've got the gym where I used to go to upstairs, and there was two men in this bit here, and I don't know who's who. I don't know what's going on. So I'm looking at these men, and they just look completely shook up and frightened, and they're pointing to this dance studio saying, "He's in there, mate. He's in there." So
what?
So
they just stood there saying, "He's in there. He's in there." Oh, people, man, come on, man. It's one man with a knife. You get enough to like pick some stuff. Even this brother, I think he's a workman, and it's like me personally, I would have run to the van and picked something up. There's a man out there rare, but I say that, but I've been in a kind of similar scenario, obviously not as graphic, and I didn't think to pick something up. So maybe
but
whatever, isn't it? Yeah, cool.
Not everyone's built like that. It sounds
But these guys in the building pointing, saying he's in there. What the fuck are you lot doing? Calm down.
Yeah, but not everyone's built to address things head on. Like, people rather just like if I go in there,
this is children, man. Your instinct, but obviously our society, we've become desensitized and detached and fear-based.
Fearful,
and not to say like, I'm not saying everyone be a hero or whatever, but if there's two of us and there's a brother trying to juke up kids, I think that we're gonna have a crack, no, or what? We're gonna pick some stuff up, dash at his head, whatever, like, no?
Yeah. Not let him have free reign. Yeah, he wouldn't get free reign as he's doing.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Do something. We gotta do something, man.
Yeah.
We gotta do something, man. Well, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, let me humble myself, and just say I have no idea how I'll react. I have confidence in myself, but you never know. Like, who knows? And let me not judge people, because people shouldn't have to be dealing with this stuff. People shouldn't have to be reacting on the spot and going in like fucking Rambo. They shouldn't have to be dealing with this. So let me humble myself and apologize, because I ain't trying to point the fingers at no one, lay no blame or whatever. They're already dealing with whatever they're dealing with, what they witnessed and what they was around. So I apologize for that still, car. But if it was me, and fuck all that, man.
No, but there's definitely like a element of truth in what you're saying. Is like, if there was a level of bravery or amongst all of us, then certain things might not happen. But maybe that's not to ask, in it. Maybe like having a level of bravery where, it's like, as you said, two men, you can at least do something to like stop like.
I've been frustrated myself, right? I've been frustrated myself when I think, you know what, you lot kick in, like, help me. Like, I'm doing the lion's share, but you lot kick in. And obviously that reluctance, that fear, that trepidation, that whole thing is there on a lot of people. Sometimes it ain't. It depends on the scenario. But you know what I mean? Like, I've seen it myself. So I know people, they feel, and some people just respond like in shock. They just stand there. They just fixed.
Yeah, even like that. Obviously, not to take it back to something else, but that Drive Uncle video. Like,
Right.
people were saying,
Uncle was
just drive. But
exactly, family.
He's never been there. He's never seen that. In his
You'd like
mind,
to
it's
think in that scenario, I would have driven.
Yeah.
But
I would have put my
and
foot.
you know what? You know what's another example? Remember we were talking about that prank where so the brethren's in the car with his mate, and then they got someone in the back seat, and then he basically watches his friend get strangled. Like it's like puts a bag over his head and pretends to strangle him and whatever. And my man's just like he's itched up in the corner in the passenger seat, watching the man in the back seat strangle his friend at the driving wheel, and he kind of fumbles for the window to kind of wind it down a bit, but he basically watches until his friend stops moving, and then the guy kind of moves towards him. Then he decides to jump and kind of panic, and I'm like, rah, you were sucked into the whole thing. And there's a thing called observer syndrome?
Or
yeah, so yeah, you need to take in first and analyze what's happening, and until you like realize, something's
right.
going on.
So apparently, watching films on phones and watching stuff on phones and stuff like that and whatever has made us have this observer syndrome where you, rather than participate in it, you actually feel like you're just an observer of what's going on. So you have like a kind of detachment from the fact that this is really happening. So you wonder why people like just stand and stare, like move, like
yeah.
Get me? They're actually watching it like raw, like in a film. But bro, this is real life.
Then shocked, like a zombie situation for a couple of minutes or something.
There was an article somewhere floating around, I think yesterday, talking about phones causing observer syndrome. Someone wants to Google it and tell me what they see, because I saw it in the corner of my eye, but I didn't even.
Yo, big up.
Yo, big up yourself, man.
Aloha, Shifa.
Big up, George. Big up, Axum, and big up all your Numidians as well, man.
What?
I've been watching a program. There's a woman that looked like Axum in there still. Some Numidian woman.
Okay. Well, big up yourself anyway.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about.
But I did the show today, so I'm not staying long.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah, you're doing the show. Yeah, you are. Big up, man. Good luck, man. I can't make it today, bro. I was proper trying to touch down. You get me?
I know it's a Thursday, it's an off day.
Yeah.
So what is the video about? What are you lot watching, man?
This guy is a witness of what happened in Southport. Yeah, at the nursery. So he's a witness. He was there on the scene, and he's just giving his account. And we reached to a point where he basically says he's basically run into this building where this madness is happening, and he said he saw two guys upstairs, and they basically said, "Yo, the brother's down there in that room." So I paused it at that point, and I'm like, "Hold on, shouldn't they have got active?" But basically, regardless, we're just talking about that. We're talking about how we would react and how people react. I went on to talk about observer syndrome, where it's kicking off, but you're stuck just watching it, like it's not really correlating that it's actually happening right now. And that could be the difference between life and death. And there was an article saying that phones are causing this observer syndrome, but I didn't look into it, but it makes sense in my head. All right, big up.
I open the door downstairs, and as you go in, there's just a stairway which goes up, and there's a landing at the top, and then which goes through to, I presume, the dance studio. So I just remember opening the door, and I was shouting hello, just see if anyone was there. And then I remember just taking a step on. I remember go onto the stairs and took a few steps onto the stairs. I'm still at the bottom of the stairs though, and I look up, and then there's just this guy there at the top of the stairs, just in a full tracksuit with his hood up, with a knife, and it's like he maybe didn't realize that I was going to be in there, but we've looked at each other, then he's scurried off to the side.
And you locked eyes with this man. You looked at him.
I looked at this guy, yeah.
At that point, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking things which I'm not allowed to be saying on Sky News right now, but I'm just at the same time, I'm really scared as well. Do you know what I mean? Because all I saw was a knife. All I thought was there was more people in there which were damaged, which were hurting people. So I'm there by myself at the bottom of the stairs. I didn't know, honestly, I just wanted to hurt him so bad, but at the same time, I was scared for myself, and I was just wanted to be up there to help anyone who was up there. So I've come. He scurried off. I've come outside, and then I've been screaming then because I know where he is. I'm trying to get everyone to come to the door. We were there for a good 10 minutes before any police arrived, and just the moment we turned up to the point where I've smashed the door, was a good 8 to 10 minutes, which felt like a lifetime, if that makes sense. And then we've run. You know, I'm completely hectic now because I've seen the guy and I know he's up there, and I'm just screaming, where's the police? Where's the police? One police car finally turns up, and I'm screaming, he's down there. He just gets out where I am, and then he runs with me to the door. We run straight to the door, and then we get to the doorway, and then he said we've got to wait for backup, got to wait for someone else to come there because he only had a baton on him. And then his colleague came with a taser. And then he comes in front. So these two police officers go up the stairs. Then I'm right behind them. They tackle this guy down to the floor. Straight away, there was no kind of fight at all. They just tackle him down to the floor, and I've grabbed this girl, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I start running towards the ambulance as soon as I get outside, and I'm sprinting towards the ambulance, and I put her down, you know, with a medic, and then straight away the paramedics runner, they were asking me to go to the ambulance, get these certain things like, you know, for the drip and other things which can't even tell you the names for, but I was just trying.
He's running on so much adrenaline. Even now, this shit is gonna fuck with him, because the stuff that he must have seen, this is gonna proper play with him. Well done to him though. Big him up.
It's going to be something he's going to
do. Is this the 17-year-old kid you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So he sounds terrified of the 17-year-old, man.
When you see what the 17-year-old is capable of, Shifa, I think most people would be, you know.
Yeah, I think because he's seen so many.
I'll be honest with you. I've seen what 15-year-olds are capable of. I've seen 15-year-olds fuck up a big man. Yeah, I understand it, but it's just like at the same time, this is one kid on his own. You know, as a big man, I just couldn't see myself having fear. I don't even care if you got a knife. I've seen a kid with a knife run in their mouth right in front of me and told them, put the knife down before I fuck you up. Because, like, if you don't put the knife down, what I do to you is probably going to be worse. So I'd advise just put that shit down. And they did it. They listened. They obeyed. So I just think it depends on the person as well, not just the scenario.
What the person holding the knife, or the person in front of the person holding the knife?
The person in front of the person holding the knife.
Yeah, but Shiv, I feel like you're doing like a bit of armchair stuff, innit? Because like it's all good, like saying it from the comfort of your home, but
because this guy, listen.
I grew up in South London, bro.
This boy has been juking up little girls, and he's seen the evidence of it. He's seen bare kids covered in blood in a car. He's picked up.
That's gonna make me go mad.
Hold on.
I'm gonna hurt him more.
Listen. 1 second, brother. He's picked up lifeless kids and whatever. He's seen blood, rare. Yeah. So once he comes face to face with this brother, and the brother's got a knife, he knows that this brother's willing to use it and has been using it indiscriminately. The guy runs off, and he thinks, do you know what? It's just me one. I don't know who else is up there. What else? Rare. So he's done his bit and gone and waited for the police, and then followed up with the police. I don't blame him. Me and you may have gone up there. Me and you may have gone up there, and we may have tackled him to the ground, or we may have killed him, or we may have ended up getting fucking mistaken for the person that did the stabbing. And all of a sudden, they're like, you're dealing with everyone. It was you. You ran back in and ran back out. Who knows? Yeah. But he didn't do it, innit? And like I said, I feel like we just got to allow man, innit? He did what he did, innit? What he can, and he's living with whatever he.
I agree. Everyone reacts different.
Yeah, man. We gotta allow him. We gotta allow him, Shift, because and all that talk about rare, brother. You know what I mean? I can't speak on 100% of your character. But what I know of you is you're a family man and you're not stupid. So once you see what my man's on. And
that's
you don't even know what's up
That
there,
is a fair point.
And he's got this shank on him.
Yeah.
17 or not, cuz you don't know what's going on, and you might
don't know if he's there by himself as well. You don't know if he's a lone person.
He's got a bora, innit? Like, I don't know.
And we don't know if he's a
If it was
17-year-old giant. He might be 17-year-old and 6'9" and massive. We don't know, man. Fucking big.
He ain't massive. He ain't massive. From his school pictures to the little sketch of him sitting down, he ain't massive, bro.
Yeah, fine, but when it comes to holding a knife in your hand, I feel like that's equalizer most of the time, isn't it? Like,
Of course.
You can be 5'4" with a knife.
More than an equalizer.
Yeah.
Obviously, some people can be trained, but check this though, right? Remember, I showed you people that had been trained and teaching and coaching in self-defense, weapon experts, knife experts, and they went to this thing, this little competition thing where they were doing knife simulations and that, and you saw every man's getting wetted, bro. No matter who you are, a 9 out of 10 man was getting a fatal stab wound because they was using vests with pens, and just you could just see where man just getting wetted up, no matter what technique you use, bro. Yeah, so playing with a knife is not fucking recommended. It's not recommended, man. So yeah, man, I don't know what Rambo thing that Schiffer's on. I don't know, man. I don't know, you know. And the thing is, if I did do something, I think I would be stupid for doing it.
Yeah, definitely. You would definitely look back and think, what the fuck was I thinking?
That was dumb.
Yeah.
And like, you know, yeah. Some of us have been in circumstances and situations and whatnot, and rare. But even then, sometimes you got to thank your lucky stars that you actually got out of that alive, because many people have dead for less. Just one joke in a one place.
Anywhere.
Accidental.
Anywhere.
They were rare. Boom, boom, boom. Man's dead. It's so easy. It's not even a play thing.
And I think you were saying as well, like, you don't know how
I don't see it.
Go on, Schiffer.
No, go on, Blue Red.
Oh no, I was gonna say you were saying as well that you don't know how this guy's gonna get over, or like what he saw, or like the things that were happening at the time. Obviously, you went through like a similar thing where you were like, you saw things in it. Did you?
Yeah.
How did you? Not saying you got over it, but how did you deal with it? Kind of thing.
Lucky for me, I didn't really see anything too graphic. Others did, and I was very close to being the person that did. Do you know what I mean? And from the description of what others saw, very rare. But in the past, I've already seen my fair share of gore and rare. I've seen stuff. Obviously, I think most of us have at one point. Plus, we've all seen images as well. But obviously, it doesn't like compare to the real thing. But yeah, man, we've seen injuries, we've seen stuff. Very cool. But like the impact of being involved in a scenario like that, and how close of a proximity I came, because a man's words were "you're next." Do you know what I'm trying to say? When a man's that's just done that and saying to me, "You're next," like obviously, even having to involuntarily dump that amount of adrenaline into your system, it has a thingy. You get me? And yeah, man, I don't know, man. I'm good.
Is your vision?
I'm good. I feel like other people ain't good. In fact, I'm sure that other people ain't good.
But then,
and like because I sent people to go and look at what this guy had gone and done, and go and see if everyone's all right. And what they saw was like a nearly decapitated old woman.
Okay, I thought you saw that. I thought you.
Nah. You know,
and as well with that, not to keep talking about it, but do you think because he said you're if he didn't say you're next, do you think you would have still got involved?
I was already involved anyway. I was fully involved.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I was.
As a big man, though, I think it's different.
I was down there with my cape on and my boots, like, and I think that in general, certain people, men and women, that's just normal to them, and it feels strange when you don't see other people helping.
Yeah,
it's normal, man. Help. Like I don't even think of it as a question or whatever. You just go to help. You see anything, granny falls down. Do you watch, or do you take your 4 or 5 steps to go and grab her? Or like you know what I mean? It's normal, right? It's normal. You try and help where you can, man. And some
It should
people,
be normal, yeah,
some
yeah.
people, like you got that boy that jumped into the river to save these fucking drowning people, and then he drowned.
Yeah.
The schoolboy.
That was sad. Yeah, no,
Yeah, I think they named the whole new building after him and that. I can't remember his name or whatever. But like, some people just, others would say that's dumb. That was stupid. You threw your life away. And maybe they're right.
My dad, my dad felt that it was dumb of him because he was like saying, if someone's trying to do obviously unallow themselves, why would you jump in to stop them from doing that? Like, why would you lose your life to do that? Like, kind of thing. So,
is that what the person was doing?
Apparently, that's the story that I've heard. In it, the person was trying to unallow themselves, and then he jumped in to save him, and then ended up getting pushed by the tide.
Mad.
Yeah, that's what I've heard anyway.
Well, I don't know, man. If you do believe in a heaven,
yeah,
you get me, or something like that, or whatever. That's got to be a good couple RP. You get me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it's when you.
Yeah, but bro, that's the whole point. That's what I'm saying. As a big man, especially if you're a person who's got any kind of faith or any kind of spiritual belief, you have to get involved, bro. You can't stand by and watch wickedness going on.
I hear you, man. It doesn't even have to be wickedness, but I hear you. I'm an active person, so some people watch things and observe. I watch things and try to interact. So I'm the kind of man, I'll be watching a fight scene and I'll clock my leg like moving and fucking doing little mad things. I don't know if you lot are like that.
Yeah, and then you'll overly visualize the thing in your head as well.
Yeah. So I think maybe that helps me to already feel
even your thought pattern.
Yeah.
I just feel like that kind of thing helps me to just feel like, oh, right, that's happening. Right. Like, you know, something's falling. Oh, shit, I'm going to go. Oh, shit, here you go. If you've dropped your thing, I'm going to automatically go to pick it up for you. I'm already in that zone. I think it's just normal. Manners.
No, it should be normal, but a lot of people nowadays walk with their head down, as you said, head in the phone. Literally, they don't want to be around anyone, or they want to close their door and be done with it. If there's someone shouting outside their door, they literally close their windows, or they'll peek through the blinds. And if there's a domestic going on, they'll literally just like keep to themselves. A lot of people don't want confrontation or don't want anything that's gonna jeopardize.
And the
their
main
life.
thing is, people want to be the first to document it, so they're literally fighting the urge to pull out their phone or pulling out their phones.
That as well.
That's the new
that just pisses me off. No. They're like a traffic accidents or whatever, and people pull up their phones.
Or just someone dying, someone
man.
in it, someone bleeding out, and then they're filming it, and then uploading it to Sky News or like sending it to Sky News on Twitter or something. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, have you seen that thing on X? Yeah, it's sad. Getting sent around and that in WhatsApp groups. It's mad. It's mad. Your final moments.
And people are passing it around like it's some sort of joke.
Yeah.
Trying to be there for as much as possible since that guy, you know, when the police came there and we ran and the suspect went down, it was kind of all done then, but the damage had been done.
But you felt compelled to stay and continue to help.
So Martin stayed with the first girl who I pulled out of the car. And then I stayed with the second girl who I took from upstairs. I'm in a mess anyway because of what's just happened. And I'm just thinking, I hope she survives. There was parents coming up to me, like asking me to describing what their kids were wearing that day when they were going into the holiday club. And I just didn't know what to say. And they were asking, is she alive? Is she safe? And just didn't know what to say. And it was horrible. It was really disgusting to kind of be a part of it. But I'm happy that I was there at that time. I just really wish that it didn't happen for a start, or you know, we could have done maybe something more to help.
What was it like as a parent watching other parents come and ask those questions about whether their own children were alive?
Well, this is what I mean. Obviously, just having my baby Ivani, like I'm a new dad, and that was one of the hardest things for me when I'm first off, seeing these children in that position. These children.
His kid ain't going nowhere. His kid ain't doing
He's on
no
lockdown.
clubs, no activities, nothing. Yeah, his daddy
Brother,
and
he's
daughter
scared
day.
out of his wits.
Just about go to the
He,
shop.
he
His
is
daddy
traumatized.
and daughter day every day. That's it.
Indoors as well. Indoors.
This brother is fully 100% traumatized, bro. Like, look in his eyes. And the thing is, like, he's like, he feels like he's lucky to have escaped with his life. Like, that kind of, like, I can see that kind of energy coming up of him. And it's like, for me, as a big man, I feel like it's a tragedy we live in a world where 17-year-olds are that scary, bro.
Jesus,
the big man.
Schiffer, man. What the fuck, man?
Well, do you find kids scary then? Because the way you keep saying that, it's like, I don't know if I hit a nerve.
Go through that situation and then you can have a better opinion, innit?
Bro, I've been in worse situations than this. I've been in worse, bro. Listen, not being funny, bro. Not being funny. I've been in worse situations than this. I don't need to go into no long spiel and tell you 1,000 stories, but I'm just saying, obviously, if I've hit a nerve, fair enough.
How have you been in worse situations than when free children?
No. I understand the meaning behind my words. If you want to understand it, let me make you understand it.
Mean what you say.
I've been under threat of attack from more than one person. This is one person.
With a knife?
Yeah, with multiple knives, multiple weapons.
Okay. And what did you do, Kalash?
Bro, I'm not telling you no stories. I'm just gonna say to you, obviously, I must have hit a nerve. And if I've hit a nerve, I apologize if I've hurt your feelings. I'm just telling you how it is, bro. I'm from South London, bro. Yeah, it sounds like I've hit a nerve, bro.
Bro, I'm asking you questions to find out more about your stance. I'm not annoyed.
Yeah, but I think that you're asking questions to find out about my stance because
I
you're
promise
unsure
you,
about unsure about your own stance. Am I correct in saying that?
I promise you, I'm not annoyed, bro.
No, but I mean, no, not annoyed. I mean, are you unsure about your own stance?
I'm saying to judge someone on what they should have done from the comfort of your home is a bit, you know.
I think you could listen. This is how I look at things in life. Yeah, you can look at a football match, yeah, and I can literally sit there and watch the match sometimes and say what a player should have done differently that would have made a change in the game.
Yeah,
that's not an issue, is it?
No, it's fine. But you're saying what you would have done, so it's like you watching a match and saying, "Well, if that was me, mate, I would have gone through his legs. I would have gone top corner." That's what you're
Not exactly. Not exactly, because we're not exactly sat here watching a video of what happened and seeing exactly what this guy saw. But what I am saying is this is one child, one 17-year-old child. And if big men are that scared of a 17-year-old child with a knife, imagine a big man with a knife.
Listen, Shifa, my brother, yeah. No, so one second, Shifa, my brother, yeah. You need to think about one thing. He's seeing kids being jacked up, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He's trying to figure out
no
how
one's
to.
disputing that, though.
No.
You don't
Listen,
think
yeah.
I'm
He's trying
disputing
to
something?
figure. No, listen. Yeah, he's trying to figure out what can I do actually right now.
Did you hear my point, though? Did you hear my point, though, Axel?
No.
What are people going to do if it's a big man with a knife? It's going to be 10 times the devastation, because everyone's going to run with their tail between their legs. Because this is just a kid, and people are already scared out of their wits.
But that's not just a kid. He just saw what that kid did. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you,
I
Shifa?
get
Yeah.
you. It's not just a kid to you. I get
No.
that.
It's not that. No. Shifa, it's not that. Yeah. This guy has an imagery in his head. He's trying to see how he can save these kids. Yeah. At the same time, disarm and try to do something with the 17-year-old. Yeah. Do you understand what's going through his head right now? And also needs to protect himself. On top of that, he needs to protect himself, right?
You know what I think was going through his head? He's probably thinking at this point, you know what? I should have took those taekwondo classes, or I should have done that kickboxing, or you know what? I don't know, man.
Sorry, Shifa, quickly, just 2 seconds.
That's how I evaluate it.
Shifa, just 2 seconds. So how do you prepare for a scene where people are getting unalived, little people are getting unalived, and the person in front of you's got a knife? What would you recommend for all of us, just so we can get up to speed? How would we all get better at dealing with the situation? Would you
And
say?
you've got a child
Hold on, wait a
beside you
second.
as well.
Is that a serious question? Are you actually being
Bruv,
serious?
you're the one saying I would have done this, I would have done that. You're making it sound so simple that I want to know how do you get to that level of being able to process
All right, you finished?
something like that going on?
All right, so long story short, anything you want to do in life, you're gonna need some training, bro. That's a fact,
Yeah.
innit? So, you know, I heard Brother Jedi already say, you know, self-defense classes. That could make sense, innit? You know, if you did a little self-defense, you know, it might give you an idea of how to engage with danger incoming. Yeah. Now you could go and learn in the army. There's many ways you can learn how to be able to deal with situations, bro. You could have grown up in my area and you wouldn't have had a choice. You would have just had to learn how to deal with situations like this. But either way, I'm not going to recommend any specified training. I'm just going to say that it's unfortunate we live in a world where big men are terrified of 17-year-old kids
with knives in their hands.
Yeah, I think it's a bro. Listen, if you think about it like this, bro, let me explain something to you. If you rewind time back 100 years or so, no big man weren't going to be scared of no kid walking around with a knife, because guess what? Knives were legal. Everyone had a knife. Them man, they were walking. If you go to Jamaica, them man are walking around with cutlass all day, every day. You think they're scared of a 17-year-old with a knife? You'll end up getting your head bust. You'll end up the 17-year-old with a dead fast. But the thing is now, obviously, we live in a society where, do you know what? Although you can't walk around with certain types of blades or whatever, you know, there's man out there that's bricklayers and all sorts of tradesmen with all sorts of tools and equipment. I don't know what this guy does for a living, but it can't be that hard to use your brain, pick up a dustbin and dash it at you, bust his head with something. Do you understand? Like, I just think that it's a tragedy that we live in a world of men that are so emasculated.
Yeah. I wish you were there, man. Bruv,
I wish I was there, bro. I would have done
no one
something,
would
bro.
die, bro. No one would be,
I would have done some ninja shit, man. I'm telling you, I would have done some.
I know. I can tell.
I would have done some Tekken type of kicks on this kid, man. He would have got kicked down so fast.
I can tell by your voice.
You're chatting the most though, Shifa. You don't even know how you're gonna be reacting.
Bro, nah, he's 17.
You don't know yourself, nah, man.
Axon, he's a baby.
Should we stab a little girl?
He is a baby. I'm not standing by and watching no baby go around killing babies and I've stood there watching. No, it's not happening. I'm sorry. 17 years old. Are you joking? I got kids older than him.
So, fair. Who's trying to talk?
I just wanted to say that I've been around some youngers, yeah, and because they see me as like a top boy, I heard them talking greasy. Their greasy talk was like, I'm getting a 21, you know, I'm getting a 21. I said, what's a 21? They're talking about 21 inch. So I'm like, it's normal language because they're talking about it in the music. In the music, every one of the tunes, you know, are talking about that nonsense. And half of that nonsense is, you know, talking about what they've done to other gangs or what they've done to certain people, and they're talking about it. And why is it legal? Why is all the promoters promoting grime and drill and all this thing? Because the kids have units. When the kids press like they watch it, somebody gets a payment. Now grime has made 13 to 14 millionaires, that, you know, and when you Google how many millionaires are there in grime, that's how you'll find out. It might be more now. So this music, this vibration that transcends to people, they know about it. That's why it's legal. That's why it's so legal, you know.
I like grime. I think grime's wide enough to express. Grime's wide enough to express the same array of genres and subgenres as hip hop. So I like grime. It's just a tempo. Grime's calm.
When you're my age,
but not drill. Like drill might be slightly different, but like grime.
What you're doing, sir. Sorry to cut you. You're just doing acceptancy. Grime. Listen.
I was there from the jungle era.
Sorry to trigger you. Sorry to trigger you. Yeah, because you're going to put my sentence in a minute. But I'm saying, grime is a music, yeah, a vibration that's anti-establishment. It's the new punk. So of course it's going to trend. Anything against the system comes to be trendy. One time, hip hop, they looked at hip hop was like, the kids were like, oh, the kids are going to be a threat. So they kind of like, I don't know, conscious hip hop is dead. Everybody likes bad boys. Bad boys are trending, and so is the fashion. Full stop.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. Me personally, bro, I think you grew up in South London as well. I think, you know, some of them kids, you know, out there, they might be dangerous enough that, you know, there's some 17-year-olds that are 6'6" and big, massive, strapping, you know, angry kids. I get it, you know, so that might be scary. But you know, we need to know understand the schematics of this situation, because it sounds to me like when the officers came, the officers just ran in and tackled him one time. He was straight down. Like, who were these officers? Was it? It could have all been female officers. We don't know. No, I'm talking about this kid. That we don't know. We need to know these finer details in it, because then it's going to paint a better picture for me to know. Do you know what? Maybe it is justified a man stepping to a side. If this guy's 5'5" and the youth is 6'4", he might have been in trouble, innit? Like, the youth might look, he might be dangerous at that point. But if the youth's 5'5" and this guy's 6'2", and this kid's running around stabbing up people with knife, and you just stepped aside. Like, I feel like you with your big 6'2" self, I'd be looking at you side eye, bro. I'm being honest.
These children weren't crying. They were absolutely terrified. If that makes sense. And then when these parents start turning up towards the end, because they're there to pick their children up from a holiday, from a Taylor Swift holiday club, and they're turning up and they're in absolutely hysterics. They're screaming, they're crying. They want to go into the building. They're not allowed to now because it's a crime scene. You know, they're coming asking me for questions and wanting just no information. It's upsetting. It's heartbreaking. It made me feel disgusting. Really upset. But I'm still processing it in my head as well now, because it only happened yesterday. I just feel completely shook up of what's gone on, to be fair. I'm just really upset for all the parents and all the children who had to go through that yesterday. And, you know, just makes me want to be a part of some kind of first response unit who's there to like help people in that situation straight away. Because when you're in that situation of you're needing someone there with some kind of physicality, some kind of weapon there to defuse the situation, I mean, you need them there instantly. I feel disgusted for the whole situation of what's actually happened. Everyone's being affected by this. It's not just a small thing. I think everyone's going to be affected by this, and the fact that it's all children as well makes the whole situation 1,000 times worse in my eyes. You know, they can't protect themselves at all.
You ran towards danger. Do you consider yourself? I know you probably wouldn't label yourself as such, but you consider yourself a hero. What you did is not.
I know. Honestly, so many people have messaged me saying that. And I'm not going to label myself a hero at all, but well, no buts. I'm not going to label myself a hero at all. I just done what I felt was right in the moment. And in the moment, I was seeing a mixture of red, because I was so angry and just like, I need to like help these people. So I just done what I felt like I could do, and just everything I could do. That was all I could do. And you know, it's all happened now. And I think back to it and I think, well, what if I actually, because we were doing windows, see, what if I ran in and got the pole from the van, and what if I went and done all this? But in the heat of the moment, you know, you can just do what you feel is right. And when I got to that point, when I was on the steps and I looked at him and I just thought, if I go up there, you know, what's to say there's not another man there? Or what to say that he gets lucky and he gets me, then I've lost my life then. So but that's what I'm questioning in my head now. Maybe if I ran up, things could have been differently. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, mate. Yeah, I feel sorry for the brother, man. He didn't ask for that.
That's a lot of weight to carry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, only you know.
Straight though. Did he arrive on the scene before the little girls had been unalived or after?
After.
Okay. Now I understand it a bit, because I'm thinking the way he's talking, I'm in my head, I'm picturing him arriving before anyone's been unalived. But if they was already like, yeah, it's too late, and there's nothing he could really do there, is
Well, so didn't you watch the story, no?
No, I've only jumped when I jumped on. It's the first time hearing the thing, bro.
Oh, okay, but you sound like you watched the whole thing, bro. I was like, you.
No. I'm just talking about what I've heard, so I just wanted to clarify.
Wow. Okay, Mad.
Yeah, if he had turned up before the little girls got unalived, I feel like that's the point where it's like, I'm not gonna stand by and watch no children get murdered, bro. I'm not that. I swear, unalived. I'm not gonna stand by. I don't care. Even if I got kids, I just feel like there's a point where, you know, I'd want someone to do that for my kids. So I feel like I have no choice.
Yeah, fine, but he came halfway through in it, or towards the end of it.
I don't know if anyone.
Say that again.
Zoom.
Oh
Zoom.
shit! Oh shit! I haven't seen it, you know.
It's based in Sweden. Then.
This is the Mohammed Hijab film, part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Part 2 is starting now.
What, written and directed, yeah?
Darren.
Oh, man.
Just listen. You said you were Batman. I've got your back. You know that. I can even say that. Exactly. Look at you. Look at what you did. You didn't back the plan from jump. So having your back means letting you do the dumbest, yeah? No matter what. Who the f you calling dumb? Calm down, bro. It's me. Your family. I've always got your back, even when you don't have your own. I don't want you to do something that you'll regret. I don't want you to. I get it, bro. I'm sorry. All right? I'm just pissed. I know. I trusted the guy. I know. Look, it's over. I had the beef squashed. So, are we good? Boy, what? Well, you're good still.
Oi.
I knew it was you, you little. Come in my yard, yeah? Right in front of my daughter. Bro, you in top. Haven't you had enough, man? I thought we were boys. Is this how you fucking do me?
Yeah. Don't act dumb, bro. I know what you did. I would say own up to it like a man. But clearly that's asking for too much from a like you. You thought you could get away with screwing me over.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I wouldn't know. Nah. I wasn't gonna let that slide. I could never be me. That's why I had to mess you up right in front of your door.
You're gonna fucking pay for that axe. I swear to God, you're dealing with. Let's just leave it.
Hey, guys, look, let's just leave this. All right, look, you messed up. He messed you up. All right, let's just leave this now and part ways before this gets any worse. Nah. I don't like that threat.
So come on, fucking do something. Come on, then. Now you haven't got your fucking boys to hide behind like that. TUR.
I don't need them.
Let's just go. I beg you, man. And you should listen to him, Max. You don't want to end up like your dad.
Ah.
Oh.
Boy, yeah.
Oh, you're good. I got your back, remember? I know you do. I got yours. I handle this rap all by myself.
Oh shit.
Axe. 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 Ah.
Mad.
Oh, God. Stay with me, bro. Stay with me.
That easy. And what would Schiffer have done? Nothing. He do
Nothing.
People would have got the blade,
Yeah.
caught the blade with both hands, twisted the blade, broke the blade in half, and then yeah.
Schiffer, you do nothing, Schiffer, in this scenario. You'd have been a pincushion. Mad. It's easy though. Like, it is very easy to lose your life like this.
Stay with me, sorry.
She just left it.
Yeah, they say with knife crime, you're more likely to be killed by your own knife than actually harming someone else.
How old is he? He's 17.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think his friend might be hurt, you know. Might be injured. Having a nap. Oi, get in your bed.
We appreciate you taking the time to come down to speak with us.
Is that the professor
Just
that was
tired.
arrested?
Is this the what?
Is that the professor that got arrested for inciting terrorism?
Yes, yeah.
Well, Abdul Chaudhry.
You just reminded me, yeah.
Oh my God.
No,
Jeez,
no,
wow. Wow.
You must have got your genre.
No.
It's given. It's given.
It's given, you know.
The vibes. No, I'm done. Yo, so is this actually his life story? Do you guys think that? What is it?
No.
It's based on a true story, yeah?
No, I don't know. I thought it was just a story. I have no idea if it's based on a true story, how he grew up. I don't know.
Okay.
So what is he about to grow up? Oh, anyway, you can put the video in it. So.
But it's not like you guys gave me much of a choice. What do you guys want from me?
Honestly, we want to help you.
So I guess this is the good cop, and Smiley Joe over there is the bad cop. Don't you guys think it's time to get a new routine?
Do you think this is a joke or something, Omar? We're not your local PC plod coming for a quick chat. We're MI5, so keep joking around. See how that goes.
MI5, you guys are funny. Listen, sister.
I'm not your sister.
If you know what I
That's
mean.
right. I'll put it plainly to you.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I don't want either of us to waste our precious time. You're here for a reason, as are we. We're here to protect this country and the people that live here from any potential terrorist threats. Now, at this moment in time, we have reason to believe that you are one of those threats. We want to give you the courtesy of...
Man, first Tommy, now hijab.
Who's next, Jedediah?
Of explaining your side. Help you out.
What? Do you guys think I'm a terrorist?
No, not exactly. We
Bob the Builder. Yeah.
The Christian right winger. Okay.
Yeah, Bob the Builder. No, Danny Tomo, the guy that said we need to do something extreme. Yeah, he's in trouble for saying that. He must be. If he's not, then this is a joke.
He's probably getting
We
investigated
sometimes
right
believe
now.
Yeah.
through compelling evidence that you have connections, shall we say, to terrorist organizations.
We also have strong evidence that proves your guilt in attempting to indoctrinate minors, imposing fundamentalist beliefs on them in an attempt to recruit them.
This is an absolute joke.
We just want to work with you to find out what's really going on. We're not the bad guys. Help us help you.
I thought I was a terrorist. Why would the MI5 want to help a terrorist? If you've got so much evidence, why am I still here?
It's to give you an opportunity to explain yourself, maybe even cut yourself a real good deal.
What do you even mean? I don't even know what the hell you want.
Axel Davis?
What?
Or as you used to call him, Axe? Based on our findings,
Oh
we're running a
my
background
God.
check on you.
Oh
No, don't even, Jedediah. Don't even.
my God.
No, you did not clock that already, man.
Hold on. You what? Someone must have written it in the comments.
You think? Yeah, see, already. Huh.
Where?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Oh, no, sorry. I was talking about your channel's comments.
Oh.
That is mad. And the thing is, Axel's not even a popular a name you'd use.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking hell, man.
It's got a bit of Tommy. Like, we're saying some prophecy in this, boy.
When did it get released?
3 days ago. How's no one said Axel? Wow, okay. You look, man.
On you. You and Axe were best buds. Isn't that right? From our findings, we're
Mean. I don't even know what the hell you want.
Axel Davis?
What?
So yesterday or as you used to call him, Axe? Based on our findings, we're running a background check on you. You and Axe were best buds. Isn't that right?
I don't know what he's got to do with this. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You see, on paper, as you are right now, to most, you'd seem like an ordinary guy. You teach young boys in a sixth form, literature as well. So you're obviously well-read, educated. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? But you and I both know that's not who you really are, Omar. You've got a dark past. Secrets that I'm sure would make your new persona crumble to the ground if they were let out.
Don't we all, right?
Not like yours. Not all of us are best friends with the main enforcer of a notorious East London gang, after all. Being Axe's best friend, you must have found yourself in a lot of shady business. Business where you'd hurt a lot of people.
That was 14 years ago. And yeah, Axe done some bad things, but he wasn't a bad guy. I still don't know what this has got to do with anything.
Yo, can I get a pause? Can I get a pause 1 second? Yo, can you hear me?
Yo.
So this little movie here, how many views has this got, brother?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like I feel like this film could have been made by any of us. It's not even that. Like I'll be honest, like it's not that it's a shit film. Like I'm not gonna try and put him down or anything, but I'm just saying it's like we could do stuff like this, bro.
Yeah, it's probably on like a low budget. Yeah, it's probably like.
Yeah, this is more than doable, man.
Do you want based on your life, Shifo? Where you like disarm people and shit? Or
the disarmer.
Now, I think we should do something. No, this is inspiring me though. It's making me think we should do something, bro. We should do something like this because if it's getting big views,
let's call Shifo. Shifo will disarm it.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like, I'm not like Superman or nothing, but like I said, if it's a 17-year-old kid, I feel like big man, like as a man to a child knows when they're in trouble, innit? Like certain man, like I don't know, like I feel like when I was a child, certain big man could talk to me and I'd know I was in trouble. But certain other big man, maybe they would start talking, I wouldn't even feel like I was in trouble. And I feel like as men, we have to keep ourselves a certain way. You know, like that, to make sure that the youths don't get the wrong idea.
Yeah. No, Shifo, I hear that, but I would just say, yeah, as someone from South London, obviously, you know your way around like the streets, innit? But yeah, I would just say, if you can, try and assess situations. Don't have the mentality, oh, he's just a youth, like he's 17. No way someone who's 17 is gonna kill me. Don't have that mentality because it's quite dangerous, isn't it? You got kids in the family, innit? I want you to think about tomorrow, innit? At least, innit? Because
no, but listen, but listen, Schiffer's a big man. Like, why would he be even in that? Why would he be? Why would he even be involved in some 70-year-old shit? Like, how would that even? Oh no, I didn't, my bro. My bad.
That's fine. Yeah, no, he's talking
My
about
bad.
disarming people with knives, innit? And shit, innit?
No, that's crazy. You're not doing that. You're definitely there's holes in you before you think you're disarming anything. Definitely, they're more agile than you. They're in their they're getting in their prime. Yeah, come on, man. Their twitches. You know about the body, bro. You might like obviously as you get older, you still think you feel young in it, but your body's
Still
not.
the same person, yeah. If he was talking about a fist fight, fine. A fist fight, maybe don't back down all the time.
Yeah.
But a knife, a guy with a knife, bro. Fuck, you got to think about your life, man.
Yeah, like what? No, but in my head, I'm thinking like at your age, like why would you even get in that? How does that happen? Unless it happens by accident or something. Like you can't. I don't know. I don't want to say things to look down upon certain things, but just
I think they should
maybe
make a
I
law.
don't
If you're over a certain
something
age,
dumb, or you got something dumb on. You got fucking diamonds on, and you got a Rolex on, and you're just walking down the street. Like, come on, like expect to get. Do you get what I'm saying?
yeah, but I think if you're over a certain age, you see that for elderly people and vulnerable people, like, you know, even as a big man, like they should be allowed to carry certain weapons and carry certain, even for certain women, you know, like in America, like I was saying, they got the bear spray and the wolf spray, whatever type of spray it is that's repelling.
But the thing is, Schiffer, yeah, England. No, but England's too small. You're thinking about America. Americans don't have passports. Americans don't have passports. Listen, Americans don't have passports, bro. They go from New York, and it's different settings, different. The music is different. The cars are different. The gal is different.
Themselves, bro. A woman can't necessarily fight off a man. They can't even fight off a 17-year-old.
No, England will go nuts. No, listen. If you start allowing weapons.
1 second, bro. 1 second. If women can't even fend off a 17-year-old, I think it's high time the government allowed them to hold an equalizer. Because that's not fair, bro.
No, but listen to this, Schiffer, though. If we look at America, yeah, New York, the state of New York, which is similar to America, we could argue, yeah, it's the most similar. Probably bigger, I don't know. You guys could tell me, but in New York, you're not allowed weapons. But in Atlanta, whatever else, you're allowed. Like different states, they got different. Because the states, some states are just, you know what I mean? When you got New York settings or London settings and that, you can't have weapons. There's no such, or the thing will go nuts. You're gonna have people holding things for people that can't hold things. Like, let's say, for example, I can't hold nothing. I'm having someone else hold that for me that's legally allowed to hold that. Do you get what I'm saying? That that's madness, and outside your yard and all that. You're not gonna want to, and it's like you know what? Have you seen rappers and that? You know, like in England, yeah, you're not even allowed to criticize. Like, let's say, for example, to say my man's music is shit. In America, you're allowed because my man's in another state. We might not even see each other because we're in so many different states. But in London, why do people say, right, London's small, you know, man will just check you. I will come check you. Man will know someone in your ends that knows you, that you get me? I could just that's the thing, innit? And that's why London, even I could argue that their music or whatever else doesn't grow because it's not allowed to be criticized. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's mad. You can't do that in London. You can't allow weapons, bro. If you allow it, then yeah, it's mad. It's mad already, and you're not allowed weapons. Like, imagine if you're allowed. Well, you think Digger D can't pay people to just hold shit? He's got, like, kids got money now as well. That's the other thing as well, like, that we forget. The thing's different. Guys were in big groups, SM1, whatever. Like, if you look back in UK history, like, man was in big groups and they were really about this. But then nowadays, the difference is these man actually got money, though. Like, legitly, like Jakes can't say nothing about their piece. So they have to get them in different ways, trap them in different ways and shit.
How do you think that these men actually make their money, though?
Legitly, music, innit? I believe people like Central C, Digger, all of that.